Hello, Lily. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hello, Jotaro. Hello, DLM. Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing? Hello, Karasu. Hello, Mouse in Beams. Hello, Ches. Hello, Broken Skull. You're sad, Broken Skull? Why? You're gonna draw with me? Nice, nice. Have fun drawing. Have fun drawing. Your crush ghosted you? Oh, I see. Unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Let me see what my first drawing is gonna be. I do wonder. Oh, I'll figure it out. Hello, Rock Dog. Welcome to the stream. How's your day been? Hopefully it's been well. What am I... Seriously, what am I going to draw? I can do something like that. Okay, goodbye, Jotaro. Cool drawings? Thank you, thank you. You can't even see the full page. There you go. Gonna go listen to trashy TikTok audios? Okay. I'm gonna take that. There you go. Maybe not that. Or I could, but no. Alrighty, let me do it. The first drawing will be of... Hold on, let me move this out the way, because it's in the way. Hello, Sloth. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Hopefully it's going well. Okay, fine, I give up. You should draw Hollow Knight? I don't feel like it. Don't particularly feel like it. Now I'll figure it out. I'll know what I want to draw when I figure it out. Very good. I understood I was ignoring my vision yesterday. I wasn't able to see simpler shapes, like saw my skull, and I saw my whole head. Not the simple lines, but now I can see them. Oh, nice. So you were... wait. Like you're able to understand the shapes better? That's good. Dennis, answer me? I think it's bad if you're saying something sometimes. I think that part is the, yeah, I mean, bad, yeah, bad. I mean, yeah, subjectively bad, I suppose. I think it's bad is the real answer. If you are, yeah, whatever, say something sometimes, that's probably the crux of where the badness comes from. but not in a hateful way, just a call out. Yeah, but what are you calling out? You're calling out like a subjective opinion, which like probably, I don't know, it doesn't really matter in that case. Like if you're giving your opinion on something that has nothing to do with you and nothing to do with really anyone else, then does it really need to be said? I mean, yeah, I guess it can be, but I don't know. I think it's unnecessary. Let me see. This drawing, bro. Why can't I find a drawing that I want to do? Hey, I'm kind of new to doing art. Have you got any suggestions on how to learn? Um, find artworks and art that you like, and try and copy them. It could be like very simple artworks. You don't have to go like for the most complex and complicated things. Just try and copy things that you actually enjoy or like looking at, and like when you can start trying to learn the fundamentals, being able to like draw cubes, draw spheres, cylinders, that type of things, ellipses. And once you're able to understand like the basic construction shapes that I just like listed out, you'll be able to construct your objects or bodies better, and it'll look like when you draw after you've learned that, you'll be able to draw with more foundation, and your drawings will look more solid. I think a lot of beginner artists have drawings that look a little like flimsy, if that's even a good way to put it, but like they lack backbone. And once you have a foundation or a good understanding of construction, you'll be able to make drawings that look solid. Yeah, I think so. You sound different. Did you get enough sleep? First of all, I'm not your dad. And also, did I get enough sleep? Probably not, no. Probably not nearly enough, no. I'm fine though. If it's about how I feel, I think I feel I feel the same. I feel the same like I always do. My voice though, my voice may be a little bit calmer, I suppose. Um like someone could call it hate when I say that Sylvia Russia has cool drip. Yeah, but that doesn't even make sense. Like that logically doesn't make sense to me. I tried to copy 58 MW's artwork and a Hirohiko Araki. Like that's JoJo's creator, right? Illustration. How did it go? Did it go well? Hopefully it went well. Yeah, hate is also subjective, yeah. But are you hating on it for an actual like are you hating on something because like there's an actual reason to like are you trying to do something practical with your hate, or are you just like hating for the sake of hate? Hating for the sake of hate doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, you can do it, right? Like it's fine. Like obviously, I'm not the arbiter of good or bad or anything like that. All I speak in is subjective terms, but I mean, if you're asking me what I think is good or bad, I don't think doing something without any practical reason for it, like that affects other people, it doesn't really make any sense to me. So in that case, it's like, yeah, it's probably best if you just like kept your mouth shut, right? In that case. Like, I can't exactly, yeah, I don't know. Just nothing really to say. I hate. Oh, hello, Hunter. Welcome to the stream. The weather and the grind is going well. It was mid, but I felt instant improvement. I was being stubborn about copying and using references. Think I would improve that way. I was so dumb. Oh, like about not using them, right? Like you thought you'd improve without using them or something like that. But yeah, yeah. Even if you make like what you consider a bad artwork, like you'll still improve, and it'll probably still be better than if you tried to do it by yourself without any reference, right? Yeah. I have an Apple Pencil and an iPad laying around. Would you recommend I go straight to digital? Is there any benefit from doing pencil? No, you should do what you feel comfortable with. I mean that's basically all. That's all art is. Do what you feel comfortable with. As long as you think that you can improve with it. I don't think there's really any major difference with traditional, I mean, of course there's like feedback, like the feedback you get from the paper, the sound that you get from drawing on the paper. But if you don't need that type of stuff, then I mean, you don't technically need that type of stuff. You can go to the iPad. It may be way easier to learn like bad habits of like drawing on digital, like having an undo button. I think it's way more forgiving for mistakes. So you may like start to learn bad habits maybe that are counterproductive to your improvement. But other than that, I think, yeah, you should, if you like want to do digital art, there's no reason why you shouldn't. Didn't know people missed you in chat. People like to see people around, especially when they're familiar. Once a person gets familiar with something and it's like a positive experience, people are usually going to be happy to see that, whatever that thing is, whether like if it's like a person or just, I don't know, something else. Yeah. Haunted Stories reminds me of a Ghost Stories English dub. Hey, he's not that unhinged. At least, not that I know of. I always miss these streams because it's like 3 a.m. every time. Is it 3 a.m. right now? This is like a weekday, so I mean, I guess it would kind of make sense. Isn't tomorrow a holiday? At least in the U.S. At least in the United States of America. I think tomorrow's a holiday, although I can't be too sure. Just like I'm always happy to see my Lord and Savior, Edgy Ink Dennis. I'm not edgy. Also, that kind of sounds like I'm some sort of deity. I'm not a deity. I'm just an artist. I just want to draw. I'm gonna go and chug coffee and give myself another leg injury. Bye. Okay, goodbye. Columbus Day. It's Columbus Day. I see. Wait, Columbus Day. What? I was like, oh yes, Columbus. Wait, Columbus? Wait a minute. That guy is on holiday? I mean, I guess it tracks, I guess. Hello, Hugo. Welcome to the stream. Hello, boss. Hello. Columbus Day just says East India Company intended. Since when was Columbus Day a thing? Have I blocked that out of my memory or something? I don't remember there being a holiday for Columbus. This is my first time hearing about it, and I'm 20. You'd think in my 20 years of living, I would have at least heard Columbus Day at least once, right? Even if it like doesn't interest me, like Labor Day doesn't interest me, but like I still know about Labor Day, but I guess everyone yaps about Labor Day. But like still, that's to say, no one yaps about Columbus Day. What the heck is Columbus Day? Or I guess I know what Columbus Day is, but still, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. I'll bring in her shoulders slightly. My mind is fried. I saw the thumbnail and thought of the flight meme image. Oh, that thing? Wait, no. Actually, I don't know. I thought I know what you're talking about, but no, I don't know, actually. I'm gonna go read Webtoon. Okay, goodbye. Have a good day. Or night. Existence, rather. Anything. Just have a good. Of course, there was Yusasi Baka Dennis. There's a Columbus Day. We just crack open beer bottles and make British jokes, that's all. I see. I'm gonna bring her hand up here, connect the elbow. I'm drawing in pencil today, just cause. Not talking about the game Just Cause, of course. And does anyone even know what Just Cause is? Yeah, like the game, because I love that game. Like, basically all of the Just Cause games were really good. That's besides the point. Hello, mouse. Just Cause is a game where you can do stuff just cause. Yeah, that game has a lot of Easter eggs. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, well, yeah, the last one that came out was Just Cause 4. I think the first Just Cause game I had was Just Cause 2. I just really like messing with the grapples, with the grapple hooks. Singularity, have you played Hollow Knight? I have, yeah. Hollow Knight is a very good game. I was playing Silksong. I haven't beaten it. I think I just I got caught up in just doing other stuff, like art mainly. I got caught up in doing art, which is like, what's new, right? But yeah, I still haven't been Silksong, even though I could. I think I'm like right next to like actually ending. The problem is, I kind of got not stuck, but I accidentally did. I started the Witch Quest, or the Witch Crest. What rather? I did that. I have to finish that, so it's like I'm gonna do that before I beat the game or something. Dunno. I recently did Pantheon 5 all bindings. I haven't actually done that. Oh, Just Cause, that game, I don't know about it, but I know it's related to real events in USA history. I don't think so, no. I don't think that's what that's about. Or maybe it is, but no. Yeah, Pantheon 5, that's the entire like the boss run, right? The entire gauntlet of bosses that you have to beat. And then beat the what's the name of it? Well, yeah, I guess Absolute Radiance, and then you have to beat the other girl. Not other girl, the guy. Well, you have to beat the guy before, the Hollow Knight, the Pure Vessel. That's his name, Pure Vessel. You have to beat Pure Vessel in the Absolute Radiance, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. Search it up as an archivist. I'm not wrong in my knowledge. Is that so? Are you sure you have the right game? Maybe you have a different game. Because I don't think so. Okay, I'm going pretty slowly. What? Yeah, it's been 17 minutes. I'm still on a sketch. What am I, an amateur? What am I, a loser? No, I'm joking. I'm over here yapping instead of drawing. What type of person am I? I feel really bad trying to improve for months just to notice I was doing all wrong now. But there's no need to cry over spilled milk. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine though. I mean, like, yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I mean, like, I spent 8 years improving. I'm trying to improve, right? Or at least I spent 8 years drawing without any improvement. I definitely could have spent that time better now with the knowledge that I have now. Although I don't lament the time that I've lost or the time that I like could have perceived to be wasted. Maybe I kind of like needed that. Maybe there was no other way. Or maybe that's just cope, right? But either way, yeah. Like you said, no point. But like that's the thing though. That's why I do say, as long as you enjoy the time that you spent to get somewhere, it doesn't really matter how long you take, as long as you're enjoying it. Like, yeah. So as long as you enjoyed the time, it doesn't really matter if it was a waste of like, yeah. What matters is if you actually enjoy it. There's no point in doing something if you don't enjoy it. Also, all bindings make you have, you take away all, yeah. No, I know about the bindings. Actually, I never did that though. I never did that. What is she doing? Why would she be doing this actually? This is not, why would Pathos do this? Pathos would not do this. What even is this? Or maybe she's pointing to behind herself? Okay, maybe she can do that actually. I'm fine with that, I suppose. It's like, what actually is she doing? Bringing her here. Hello, Hobby. Welcome to the stream. Game spoiler? Maybe she's picking her nose? Nah, that wouldn't make sense for her. Who is this? The character that I'm drawing? It's Pathos. Pathos has a slightly different design. I will mourn her old design greatly. Or so I say, but actually no, her old design still exists. Essentially she's, yeah, but that's besides the point. I just need to figure out exactly... I didn't enjoy it that much. I was basically torturing myself trying to see something I was never going to be able to see without proper practice, but I'm happy that I know what was wrong with me. Yeah, I think
Like that's what I was saying though. There was definitely some times where like where like doing art was basically hell. I was not improving. I wasn't even having fun because I was focusing so much on improving. But I was doing it in the wrong way. I was kind of like just hitting my head against the wall, expecting the wall to break. But like, literally, there's a door over there. Why don't I just open the door and go through instead of like bashing my head against the wall? But yeah, I don't know. Like, is that type of thing? Is that type of roadblock necessary? Maybe. I mean, like, I could definitely cope and say, yeah, no, it was definitely necessary for me to, like, hit my head against the wall, and it's, like, eventually I'll, like, learn that it's useless and I need to do something else. Which is probably true. I think after, well, like, 5 years of, like, no improvement, I definitely was like, you know, maybe there's, like, a different way. And so I did get it. I did, like, find a different way, but... So maybe in my case, it was necessary. So maybe I can, like, I can just cope. I could be like, yeah. No, guys, trust me, this was all necessary.
Yeah, I recognize her because her hair type and color.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. She has shorter hair, though. This version of her has shorter hair than her other version. Where's her other version? Oh, well, yeah, whatever. But, yeah. It'd be way easier to recognize her if I actually if this was like a digital art, a finished piece. I think I could add in way more details to make her more recognizable. But alas, 'tis just a sketch. So what's Pathos exactly? Pathos is essentially originally she was essentially a magical AI that was made to create new spells or combine spells into each other for the main character. Essentially like a Jarvis, I guess. For the main character to like be able to do things efficiently. But as the main character got into more and more dangerous situations, and as the main character required more assistance with like complex spell work, I guess, as an AI, Pathos was like, okay, well, if myself right now is inefficient or insufficient to like help him, I simply need to upgrade myself. And so that becomes like a spiral of self-improvement where she started off with no body and then she decided that she needed a body. So the main character like helped her get a body. She got a body and then she just keeps improving and improving. So essentially Pathos is a constantly evolving character that is slowly becoming that is slowly becoming an entire archive of spells and power that will eventually become, yeah. She's just, yeah, an ever-evolving, basically magic AI that will amass a lot of power in order to help the main character. Because that's her goal. That's what she was made from. What's Pathos from? Oh, she's from... she's from, I guess, my story. The story that all my main characters are set in. All my main characters? Well, I guess, yeah, there's a bunch of them. But no, all my OCs are set in. Basically Jarvis jerk it a little.
No. Basically she's like Rumoru's great sage. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, essentially.
Except, I would say that she's a little less, the Great Sage is actually kind of, like, perfect. She's not doing what the main character wants her to do anymore. She's kind of, it's more like, it's kind of like the runaway AI type of thing, where it's like the AI has a goal, but it's like, and like, yeah, so it's like going for the goal, but in a way that the person who wanted the AI to do a specific thing, now the AI is not doing the specific thing, but it's doing it for like a good purpose. But yeah, it's not exactly. It's more like, it's kind of like that, it's like the common trope of like, robot turns like becomes more human, that type of thing. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like the AI is becoming more human, and it kind of it's the counterbalance to the main character becoming less human. But the main character is still human and still has human things, but just like what do I mean by less human? Whatever, I'm yapping. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But yeah, there's like countless examples of like that type of story where like there's like a robot and it's like learning to like become more human. Does she feel emotions? Yeah, she used to not, but now she does. Now, whether she's good at showing emotions, no, she's not. She's very bad at showing emotions. Her face never moves really, or never changes the emotion. Pathos is just like that one homie you asked to collect resources for the Minecraft help, but yeah, basically that's what she did. Yeah. Collect resources. Well, to collect resources, I need to make myself I need to give myself the best equipment so I can collect the most amount of resources. Therefore, I will go to the other side of the world, harvest all of it, and then come back to you. Essentially. What is this emoji for? I have no idea. It's on reference? No. Is it officially published? No. And Pathos, y'all are fake Pathos fans. It's Pathos. True. It is Pathos. It's Peithos. Why was I struggling with that? Why was I thinking about that? You know, for some reason, whatever. Never mind, actually. Although I think I finally come to the decision that Pathos is probably my favorite OC to draw. I think Sloth asked me that, or like, what's my favorite OC in general? It's Pathos. I think I am very much solid in that one. She's the number one. Pathos, Pythagorean, Python, who cares? To be fair, they never claim to be Pathos fans. You alone are the honored Pathos one. I don't know why, but when you say Pathos, I think of Patos, the Portuguese word. But what's Pathos? What does that mean? Yeah, the reason why she's named Pathos is essentially there's some deity, some type of god of information. There's some god of information, or maybe it's like some sort of prophet. Or no, it was like a god of information. Yeah, it was like a god of knowledge or something like that. I think it was like a Mesopotamian god. I can't remember. Yeah. Or something like that. Or god of god of future knowledge or something like that. I have no idea. Prophets? I'm not a prophet. Boobs. Ah, yes. You know, for most of her existence, she didn't have much of those, to be fair. Still don't. She still doesn't. I don't even talk about. Pathos and boobs, I don't think those two things go together. Unfortunately. Common Pathos L. I'm joking. I love Pathos. Pathos makes you think of potato because I'm a hungry guy. Well, you need to eat then. There's no way someone ever seriously needs these emotes. No, they do. From what I see, they mix just well. Kinda. You know, I think for this design, she has a little bit of a larger chest. I don't know why I'm saying I think. I'm the one who's drawing her. Why am I guessing? Yeah, no, she has a little bit of a larger chest. And in fact, she's taller. But there's also the old body. Essentially, she left the old body that she has, created a new body, and so now there's two Pathos walking around. One empty Pathos, one like actually like a doll Pathos, and then this Pathos, which is like the original Pathos. At least for now. That's the situation for now. Those emotes are 100% necessary. Fair enough. Pathos is a tall mommy. Ara. You know, you could say that. No, she's not that tall. Tallest she could be is maybe like 5'9", maybe 5'10". She's between those heights. Somewhere in there. No, I have characters that are way taller. In fact, there's like one that's like 10 feet tall. To be fair though, she's more of a giant than an actual human being. There's like a 10 feet tall woman walking around. 10 foot tall, sorry. Debbie said, yeah, no, before. No, okay, listen, okay, here. Let me see if I can find it. Where's the old Pathos? Yeah, okay, here, this one. This Pathos right here. This Pathos. Pathos 5'6". This Pathos is 5'6". Shit.
This Pathos, not 5'6". This Pathos, 5'9", 5'10". Although the old, like I was saying, the old body is like still in the story, so there's still a 5'6" Pathos walking around. I guess this one is pretty cool. Wait, which one? Oh, the cat and yeah, that one is pretty cool. Pretty cute. David Hume. Who's David Hume? Is that a philosopher? No, David Hume. Yeah, that's a philosopher. I've heard him. Next up, no. So she grew from short to short.
Yeah. She got slightly taller. Rejoice. She is now taller.
Maybe if she continues on this process of getting taller, maybe she'll she'll go to like 6 foot.
Then she'll become 7 feet. After that, her growth will be limitless.
She'll become as large as the world. 5'9" ain't short.
It's not actually that short, yeah. What's the average height for a guy? Is it like 5'10" or 5'8"? It's between 5'10" or 5'8". So Pathos technically is taller than the average woman, I think.
We all getting stepped on by 5'9" to 5'10" Pathos.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna shut my mouth.
Ain't 6'1" average? Yeah, no, of course. Everyone's 6'1" actually.
Imagine not being 6'1". What a loser. Could it be me though? I'm actually like 6'5", so like I'm even like taller than like those people. Honestly, anyone shorter than me is probably like a loser. In fact, I'm actually 7 foot. It's like crazy. Like imagine living your life as someone who's not like
at least 7 foot.
That's crazy.
Common human L. Same, I'm 6'5". Nice. Actually, no, I'm 7 foot actually. So L. From my archive knowledge, I know Dennis is definitely 6 feet. I'm actually like 7 feet, but that's okay. I'm 7'5" actually, but
like who's really counting? I'm not counting. I'm gonna give her her little thing. I think this looks way better though. I was deciding between giving her a bow tie or giving her like this thing. Or not I don't know what the heck this is. Some sort of ribbon, I guess. Whatever this type of thing is. I was trying to decide between that and a bow tie, and I decided on giving her this. It's like a pendant. No, what's it called? A brooch? Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what pieces of things are called.
I think I'm 6'7" or so. Not fair enough. No, I ain't believing that. No one's 7 feet in this day and age. Sell that to someone else. I'm actually not 7 foot. I'm actually like 8 foot actually, but it's cool. If your tiny mind can't comprehend that I'm actually 8 foot, then I mean that's an L on your part, I guess. Like it's super common to be 8'5". That's why I'm 8'5", honestly. Like
what?
My granddad was 7'8".
The man was a big man.
Unfortunately, I'm bigger. I'm actually like 9 foot tall, actually, but I was just downplaying it just to not make you guys feel intimidated. At this point, you gotta rap apart and be a model or something. Nah, I'm fine.
I like art. Art has nothing to do with height. I mean, modeling does, I guess. Does modeling actually have to do with height? Is there no, like, short models? Where's her chest, actually? Oh, her chest is here. Okay, I was confused. Like, wait, where's her chest supposed to be?
Dennis Jordan.
Something about drawing Pathos with, like, I don't know, a chest that's, like, larger than whatever it was before, it feels wrong. It feels wrong. It's okay for other characters, but for Pathos specifically, come on. What are we doing? Honestly, if I were like a reader, I'd like complain to the author. I'm not gonna lie. Wait a minute. I'm the author. Does this mean I have self? Does that mean I'm self-loathing? Maybe.
Indeed, that chest is large.
That chest ain't even that big though. This one is not. Dennis, I recently got a PC. Oh, nice. I do need a PC, to be fair. That way I'd be able to stream digital art. Self-criticism? Yeah, something like that. Hold on. Chotomate. If her torso's here, why are her hips out here? Okay, maybe I just messed up on the sketch. I don't know how I got here, but you know, it's cool. I'm just gonna bring. But then you can't even see her you can't even see the detail anymore. So like, what am I doing? You know what? I'm doing something else. Self-criticism. I love to self-criticize. It's my favorite part of being me. What am I yapping about? I don't know. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This is a sad drawing, but it's okay. The sketch was better. In fact, this is still a sketch, but still. The original sketch, the rough sketch was better. I don't know how I downgraded.
That's not how this is supposed to work. Media Talk would give you a 9 out of 10 development and conclusion for self-awareness. Honestly, too much self-awareness is bad. I think that is true. There's a level of self-awareness that becomes almost self-destructive. I don't understand Chomong that much. Yeah, Chomong is kind of. I think. I don't think he has too much of a different like style of construction and stuff, but I do think it's definitely it's unique to what I used to know though. That's true. And I don't even use Chomong's like style of constructing things that much. So yeah, it's not like I fully grasp his thing either. Grasp like how he draws. It is quite novel. Not really, but I'm just not familiar with it. So yeah, me and you are in the same boat. Hello, Meek. I think my art was better when I was drawing women upside down. Actually, no. I do like this thing though. I think this is okay. I could have done better. I think the pose would have been more interesting if I actually like added in the other arm. Because like for right now, this pose, her arm is just behind her body, which is like okay, but it would have been way more interesting if I actually like had her arm doing something, her other hand doing something at the very least. It could have even been on her hips and like her other hand on her hip. I think that would have been cool too, but no. Yeah, I was watching his guidelines and he draws the belly button high. I was confused. Does he really? I don't know that. I didn't know that. I have trouble with legs. No, it's fair. I definitely was having trouble with legs too. 8 out of 9 philosophy and best representation of wisdom. And you'll be in a list with Eren Yeagers and Subaru and Araraki. Okay, now hold on, guys. Two of those characters. I don't think I want to be in this. I don't think I want to be put with them. Not really. Not really though. Could I not? Although, to be fair, they're all really good written. They're all very well-written characters. I strive to be a well-written character one of these days. Isn't it funny that people just naturally are well-written characters? Like human beings, just without ever needing any intent put into them. They just are well-written. I mean, not characters, just well-written. Wait, they're not written. What am I on about? Yo, what am I talking about? Okay, well, are they really though? I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I think there's a lot of people who probably would not make for the best protagonist because they'd be boring. Am I one of them? I think I'm one of them, guys. Oh no, I'd be a boring character. This is a shattering realization. How could I ever be a protagonist?
I'd just be a background character. Oh no.
I have to sleep. Okay, good night, mouse. Have a good.
Have a good rest. Now you'd be interesting. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think if people actually knew how I thought, I think I'd be very boring. I really am the type of person to just be like, it is what it is. And while I do find it interesting to like yap about philosophy and think about philosophy, I think in the end, I don't know. I think it's, yeah, no, I'm very boring.
Welcome back, Singularity's adopted kid, who's not my kid. Nah, he'd be interesting and win. Yes, I would win. I can't do this drawing. What am I? Okay, I'll do this one. I'll do this one. Okay, let's go. Your leg hurts? I see. You've done what you went out to do. In that case, I wouldn't say it's unfortunate. Normally, when someone comes to me with something, I'd say it's unfortunate. But because you purposely chose to do something that hurt your leg, you accomplished your goal. So,
good job, I guess. Congratulations. You're one of the people that can actually set out for a goal and actually accomplish it.
So your child is need of parental guidance?
I'm not her dad. Or I'm not Lily's dad, sorry. I'm not their dad? I'm not dad. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not what? What are you? I'm not what?
Yeah, I'm just nothing. I'm just not.
I think it's fun to be nothing. To be nothing. Wait, no, that's not. Wait, that's literally not. Wait, what am I actually on about? See, this is what happens when I yap without thinking. If I don't have a direction in like what I'm yapping about, it's just like, it's so unproductive. You see what I'm saying? I would be a very bad character. I'm the type of character that says nonsense. Or maybe I'm the type of character that says nonsense, but it's actually just to distract you from the fact that there's something deeper going on. But like, I don't want anyone to know like what's going on deep inside, and so I distract you with a bunch of like nonsense and hijinks to make you think that I'm some sort of like fool or something. And then in the end, like at the end of the manga, it'll be like revealed that, oh no, he was actually he was like completely self-aware, but like he was just trying to distract you. So like there was something deeper, but like you just didn't know. And what I've just done is essentially described what Araragi is. Congratulations. I played myself.
That sounds nihilistic. Yes, it is. 100%. I'm pretty sure I've never made an actual important choice in my life. I've always been getting carried by the current. Yeah, I think it's very easy to get carried by the current. It's also very peaceful to get carried by the current. I don't know how fulfilling. I don't think it's fulfilling to be carried by the current though. I think once you start making your own decisions, I think your life will become more fulfilling. But hey, that's just me. How are sneezing and hurting your leg related? Pardon? I keep sneezing and I keep hurting my leg when. Yeah, how is that related? Guys, what I do when someone tells me to stop sending them crack? Send them more. Of course, this is a joke. My lawyers have advised me to say that this is a joke. In fact, I do not advise people to send other people illegal substances because that is immoral and unjust. Wait. I don't know about unjust. That's immoral, unethical, and in fact illegal. It's unlegal. Also, you know when I left a week, then I had to leave because my parents? Yes, I do know that. Yeah, I'm done with this drawing. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing this drawing. Dennis, you never answered. What's the thing about pathos' head? Oh, you asked that question? Sorry. It's essentially, it's her brain, I guess. That's basically what it is. It's kind of like, it's like code. It's magic code. Or you can just pretend like it's a thing from The Sims that's just above every, yeah, it's like the diamond thing from The Sims. So we can go one of two ways. It's essentially just her brain. It's what she's running on. Or maybe it's like an antenna. Yeah. Whatever analogy works best for you. I guess it would be more like an antenna than a brain, but whatever, it's cool. Her sense of self, essentially, yeah.
It's like a soul. Yeah, it's like her soul, but not. Yeah. Even the yeah, whatever. I could like really try to explain it properly, but without having thought about like how to actually verbalize what I'm thinking it is, or yeah, what I intend for it to be, it's just gonna sound like a bunch of nothing.
They're just random, so yeah. If it's the thing from The Sims, that means someone is controlling her?
Yes, it's more like this body isn't her body. This is her. She's controlling the body.
So, I mean, yeah, kinda. The Saturday before I left, I pulled a muscle mid-contest and I had to go to the hospital. Ah, I see. Or maybe her brain is a baguette. Are you trying to eat her brain? Don't eat her brain. You're not a zombie. Unless you are.
Being a zombie sounds...
okay, actually, to be fair. How to spell baguette? Or should I say how to spell baguette?
You know, you spell baguette... like, baguette is spelled like baguette. So, all you have to do is, like... yeah. I mean, yeah, just... it's baguette. Also, if you want to know how to spell something, just, like, use the voice-activated mode. Unless you're typing on the laptop. In that case... oh, wait, yeah. I mean, it's probably likely that you're, like, on a laptop or a PC or something, because autocorrect would have definitely helped you spell baguette. Unless you're so off in spelling baguette that not even autocorrect can save you. I mean, that's probably true. I pulled a groin muscle. From what I was told, is possible one of the most painful muscles in your leg to pull. Oof. Yeah, very important. Is that like the muscle that like helps you close your leg, or not?
Like that muscle right there, that seems like a groin muscle, right? That's what I call a groin muscle, and it closes my leg. But I'm not a doctor, so.
No, I won't eat your bread. But you just called her brain a baguette, and if her brain is a baguette, then, I mean, eating it is fair, honestly.
I like it when it's smooth.
Ah, you like dumb people, I see. You like head empty people, I see. Well, luckily, you're in luck. I love myself for making sentences like that. Yes, luckily you're in luck because my brain is
All smooth. In fact, I don't even have a brain. I couldn't walk for 4 days. Every movement hurts, and I still can't run. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty major injury. Hopefully you get well soon, or get better soon.
Hopefully. The only recurring explanation for eating brains is because it's the only thing that stops the pain rotting away.
How does that work? Hey, sir, why are you a cannibal? Well, you see, I have a crippling depression, and the only way to cure it is to eat people. Yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna fly in court. How does that work? I mean, I guess, yeah. Zombie magic, I guess. Trying to rationalize zombies? What is that? How does that make sense? You know what they say about a man who thinks all the time? Okay, I'm gonna bring down her shoulder over here. Let's see if I can actually make some drawings. Has nothing to think about except thoughts. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm the guy who thinks all the time. And you know what they say. You know they're right. I have nothing to think about except for thoughts. Moral of the story: don't be someone who thinks all the time. Instead, be someone who does things all the time. That way, you have no thoughts in your head, and the only and then like you don't think about the consequences of your actions, and then you end up all the way. I don't know. I don't know where it's going with that, honestly.
I think about something somehow, somewhere.
But what about someone? That's not a word. You'd think that someone would be a word.
Something, somehow, someone. What's someone?
What would that even mean? Just time? Just a time?
Yeah, someone makes sense. Do you overthink things?
I think I can. I think I can overthink things. Although I'm pretty good at catching when I'm overthinking something. Although a lot of the time I overthink things for fun. So at that point, like I don't need to catch myself for overthinking because like I'm doing it on purpose. Just like for fun thought experiments or whatever.
So I just slightly yelled it while studying anatomy. Well, did it go well? I think way too much about drawing.
Yeah. In the end, I think I've gone to the point where a lot of the things that go on in daily life, I just come to accept as like that's just how it is. So it like okay, and this is not a good way to like go about your life. I don't think so. I think just accepting things is probably not the best way to go about life. But like when it comes to a lot of behavior of like people and stuff, and like a lot of behavior of like just things in the world, I think I've come to like the place where essentially what I do is like, well, there's literally like it couldn't have been any other way, is what I've basically started thinking. Or it's just like it's simply in the nature of whatever it is that's doing the thing to just do it. So like there's no like need to think deeper about like what's happening. Because it literally couldn't have been any other way. And even and like the thing that's doing the thing, what you know what I'm saying? Like a tornado has no choice but to be a tornado, that type of thing. It's not a useful style of thinking, but it definitely stops you from overthinking.
I can hear your siblings here in the background. Yes. Actually, that's not my siblings, but yeah. I realize most of my siblings have a job and their own family. That's nice.
Yeah, a random child has been spawned from the gods, and yeah, it's squealing and screeching, which honestly, it's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. I'm not that bothered by it. I'm actually not bothered by it at all. I like my siblings, obviously, like I grew up with them and I saw them, well, I didn't grow up with them, but I saw them grow up, so I've already been through the phase of like hearing children screeching. It doesn't really bother me.
Honestly,
a happy child is probably better than a crying child, so I don't know if probably is the best word, but you know what I'm saying. It's probably it's a good thing in general, at least for me.
I think one of the worst ways of thinking is thinking you can change someone.
Yeah. The only person that you can change is yourself. The only thing you have control over is yourself. You know, yeah. Although I don't know if it's useful. I don't think it's useful. Once you start thinking that a person has no, if you think that another person doesn't have like a will, I think that's pretty bad because then you start thinking that you don't have a will either, like a free will, not a will. Okay, everyone knows that. We know that people have free will, or not. We know that people have will. We don't know that people have free will, but we assume so. I think it's better to assume that you have free will. At this point, do I even? Yeah, whatever.
Not the point. My hand starts itching, so I scratch it with my teeth, and it was the best feeling ever. Interesting. Cousins, nieces, nephews? Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. A cousin. What the heck is this? What? Wait a minute. What the heck is this? How does her... Oh, I made her things too small. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, wait, why does it even look like that? Aliens are aliens to us, meanwhile to them, we're also aliens? Yeah. That's how aliens work. As a descriptor, that's how the word aliens work. I did her head bad. I could have done it better. Let me see if I can do a better head. It's sad if that's the best that I can do. You should check on them. They sound reckless at the moment. That is not in my pay grade. There are adults outside. Wait. Oh, I'm also an adult. That's crazy. No, but that's just, there's people outside. And I'm not getting paid for that. It's crazy to think how every person on Earth is more complex and nuanced than every character in fiction. That's true. Hello, Aditya. Fair enough. Wait, you're an adult? Yeah, apparently. I for whatever reason, I kind of just forget that. I think because most of my life I've been honestly, most of my life I've been around adults. So because most of my life I've been around adults and not other people my age, I've categorized everyone that I know as an adult, and because I wasn't in the same tier as them, I guess. Because they're adults and I'm not in the same league as them in my mind, in my categories, in my mind, because they're adults and I'm not in the same category as them, I can't be an adult, but I am an adult. So I don't know what the category that they're in even is. Wait, how old are you? I'm 20. I'm 20-year-old. Yes, 20 years old. Okay. That's crazy. You're the same age as me? Ah, nice. And you're gonna go hurt your leg again? I see. He's pushing 10? Pushing unk status? No. I am a something years old? I see. Well, good luck. I mean, good job at being something years old. Or so I say, but everyone is that. Everyone is that years old. Everyone is something years old. Unless you haven't existed yet. But people that don't exist yet, so they're not people. Isn't it funny to think about that there's different layers to existing? For instance, you could say that not Shakespeare. You can say that Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes doesn't exist. I've heard this example before. Sherlock Holmes doesn't exist. But Sherlock Holmes exists more than Sherlock Holmes' father's father. Sherlock Holmes' father's father exists less than Sherlock Holmes exists. Because at least something is written about, Sherlock Holmes has stories. But Sherlock Holmes' father's father doesn't have any stories. And so, in some sort of meta way, he exists less than Sherlock Holmes. It's in a similar vein as there's different levels to infinity. There's different sizes of infinity. Which actually, I didn't get that concept of different sizes of infinity, and I actually don't even I don't know how much I agree with it conceptually, but it's in the same vein as that. Being unconscious is barely existing. Yeah, kinda. Bro, I'm home alone and having coffee and one sock. Wait, I'm taking a car of my nephew? Pardon? I don't even know what's happening right there. I need a reference of just Noma. But I don't have a reference of Noma. Oh, actually, I could just go to Discord because maybe that the Dennis reference OC channel or OC reference channel is actually gonna come in handy if I actually need to use it. I should use it actually, yeah, because I forgot exactly how her hair looks and because she has ponytail. Noma has pigtails, but her pigtails go into it's weird. It's a weird look. It's a weird thing. It's a weird existence. When did you start doing these streams? Just curious. Maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. I have no idea.
around there. I don't know. I think being unconscious is like is I think you still I think being unconscious is still existing. Because in general, I think you can break down like a person. You can break down people into like several different layers. Like you can like their conscious thought and basically two layers. People exist in two like different forms. Their consciousness, if you even believe that exists, which like I think you have to believe that it exists because you're conscious. So if you're conscious, you can kind of assume it's like a good guess that other people are also conscious. So consciousness and then their body. That's like the two parts of people. So as long as you accept that, yeah. So I mean, if you could accept that that's like how it works, you can also accept that a person's body existing means that they still exist, even if they're unconscious. Like at least half of them exists. Okay, goodbye. Oh, goodbye, Rap Dog. Wait, no. Who are you saying? Oh, you're not saying bye to You're not saying bye. You're saying bye to Lily. Okay, goodbye, Lily. What the heck is this? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood. Right. Okay, so I got it now. Yeah, I made her like, she has like these, whatever they are. She's this big buns thing. Not in that way, but you know what I'm saying. Like these, what are these? Braids? No, I don't think they're braids. They're just, her hair is folding in on itself into her horn. Zzz. And out from this comes her ponytail, or pigtail. And I forgot how it worked, so that's why I needed a reference.
By the way, here's the reference I'm using. Oh, crap. Never mind. Hold on. Yeah, here's the reference I'm using. Look at her. Look at the buns. You know what I'm talking. That's the thing that I was talking about.
I forgot how that works, even though like I'm the one who drew it. Which is like weird, I think, but whatever. Yeah, you should kind of be able to see the other side, and then that, and then that, and then I can like bring in the spire on her head, or the horn, the last horn. Imagine having 3 horns. Imagine not having an even number of horns. What a loser. Couldn't be me. I have no horns. That means I'm extra cool. Is that how that works? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, bring that in like that. Oh yeah, the challenge, the Discord art challenge, that's done. But yeah, like the deadline is done.
I think I'm gonna release the video tomorrow though.
Just because. Not just because, but you know. I have like stuff to do today, so I won't be able to actually release it today.
But what I should do is start the poll for the next challenge today, so it's like
I can get it over with. Yeah, this face is bad. This face is good. I like this face. This face is cool. I don't know what happened to this face. It's one of the eyes. I think I just have a problem with the eyes. Or the nose placement. Or maybe it's the roundness of the cheeks. There's something wrong with this face, and I don't even know how to do it. How does one even arrange her hair like that? Like how does she actually do it? Like if she were to like if she were a person, how would she actually get her hair like that? Real answer is she's a shapeshifter, so she can just like add stuff. How does a person do that? I don't know. Yeah, I do not know. I don't think that's possible, actually. I think her hair is actually impossible, yeah. But I like how it looks, so who cares about the possibilities if it look cool.
I was trying to see the Lafferty guy I mentioned. I think he stopped uploading because he was selling courses and then left from what I read. He had done that in the past too. Some people were talking about a scam.
I did hear that, yeah.
Which is weird. Like, it's weird to sell an art course of a scam. I don't know why I don't know if he left because of that or because of a controversy. Or maybe he just got burnt out and just didn't want to do YouTube anymore.
But yeah, like
he has a bunch of, yeah, which is weird because he was already doing like basically a course. He was already doing courses, but like for free on YouTube. He has like 300 videos. I don't know. I don't know. Without having taken it, I have no idea what it would be. Lafferty. Yeah, I have no idea what was going on with him. Hello, Misty. Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Hopefully it's going well. But you know, I love Noma's design though. I think Noma outshines Pathos in design, but I like Pathos more as a character than Noma. Yeah, I'm going to see his videos. I lost in the controversy. Lol, I didn't know anything about him. Yeah. Yeah, he started like exclusively doing like streams and stuff. I don't know what happened. Yeah, my best guess is he kind of just like got fed up with YouTube or something like that. He just didn't want to be a creator anymore. I think he has like a wife and stuff. I don't know. Maybe life just got in the way. Or maybe he was doing scams. Who knows? By the way, I'm Italian and I can say that there are way too many Nazis. Like every time the teacher turns around, my classmates salute. I don't know. Like, does that count? Okay, but like, so obviously that is like a symbol, yeah. But like, in the actual meaning of it, are they actually meaning like, I support exactly what this ideology is? Or are the people who are doing that salute like doing it because like they're like 10 years old or whatever, or like 14, and they're like, ha ha ha, controversial thing is funny, and then like they're doing that, like that type of thing? Kind of like how children think like swearing is like funny, like super funny, that type of thing. So is it like, oh wow, that guy's like a Nazi, or is it like, oh wow, that guy like, or like those people are just like literally 12 and immature? I think there's a difference there. It depends on like why they're actually doing it. Now they're actually evil. Oh nah. Oh nah. But why though? I think to come to that conclusion, you'd have to like actually, like they'd have to actually say something that's like, you know. But I'm not the one with that experience, so I'll just take your word for it. Or rather, yeah. Mussolini is still loved to this day. Oh yes, a Mussolini. Well, hey. I mean, at this point, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Like maybe I'm a doomer. See, and here's where it wraps all the way back around to me being pessimistic. I don't think that people can actually truly like. I think that in the end, the amount that people are like have different ideologies. I'm mentally mental with a mentally unchanged mental state. Yeah, no, I don't think people can actually, or like humanity as a whole, I don't think they can actually change. Like the thought processes that humans go through, that's never gonna change. Like people are always gonna have the same thought processes. So something that had like some people supporting it before are still gonna have some people supporting it now, and in the future there's still gonna be some people supporting it then, right? So like I don't know. At this point, I think it's a like, at least for me, maybe I just have no hope. Maybe I'm a doomer or something like that. I don't think so. I think I try to be as neutral about it as possible, but I just don't see a way how humanity can actually change something like that, because in the end, because of like morals and ethics and that type of thing, because all that is subjective and there's no like actual solid ground for anyone to stand on other than this makes me feel bad, this makes me feel good.
There's always going to be people where just like some things are making them feel good and some things are making them feel bad, and other people are going to have different like values for that, and so no one's ever going to get anything done, and there's going to be no progress in that way. I think the only thing that's going to happen is every single different group is just going to get bigger and more. Yeah, like the size of the groups are going to increase, but I don't think there's ever gonna be like any major change in like the standings of those groups. I think what's gonna happen is what's bound to happen is the people who like eventually maybe some people, like there's some groups that are hated by everyone or by like the majority of people, they're gonna get shunned and then they're gonna like hide, and so it's gonna seem like those groups are disappearing, but they're not actually disappearing, they're just silent. So it's not, like it's kind of like having a silent majority. It's like that, except it's not a majority. It's just a silent group of people. I don't think any group ever disappears. They just become silent. But yeah, there'll always be someone who has something positive or negative about anything. Right, which is like why it'll never change. Is Noma cuter than Pathos? Is that true? Is this a fact? I don't think so. Let me draw Noma again. You know, I'm doing pretty much nothing. It's been like over an hour. I did 3 drawings. This is like half a drawing. This is also like half a drawing. This is bad. This isn't worth being a drawing. Like, what am I doing today? Is Noma the one with horns? Yeah. She's the god of singularity. Okay. Let's see. Let me try again. Noma's my personal favorite. Yeah, she's my favorite design. But yeah, she's my favorite design. But for whatever reason, I like Pathos more, just as a character. Noma's the main character? No. Noma is the main character is the singularity. Noma is the god of singularity. So Noma and the main character are connected, like, deeply at the foundation, but they're not the same character. No, she's not a main character. She's more of a, I think Noma functions more as a plot device. Noma functions more as a plot device and an obstacle, and sometimes like what's the opposite of an obstacle? A benefit. But yeah, she's more like a plot device than an actual person. Not to say that she doesn't have any character. She does. It's just like that's just how she functions in the story. More like a force of nature. Compared to the other gods in the story, I think Noma is like the god that's like most. She's the god that. Sorry, my mic cut out. Yeah, she's the god that acts the most godlike or divine. Or she just has an unknowable quality to her, where it's like she just she's just very inhuman. Yeah. So she's like Kurama from Naruto? No, she doesn't live inside of the main character. Although her existence is dependent on the main character. Like, the main character needs to exist or else she doesn't exist. In the story. Like, that's how it functions. She exists because the concept of the main character exists. But once the main character disappears, then she also disappears. The stronger the main character gets, the stronger she gets. Is how that relationship works. Although I haven't watched Naruto, so I don't know if like how close the comparison would be between Noma and Naruto. Maybe it is actually pretty close. Okay, I'm gonna draw her with her bangs down this time. Let me hide her massive forehead. Her forehead isn't even that big. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, bring in. Yeah, okay. I finally remember how to actually draw it. I have to do this entire wheel, and then I have to break the wheel into these different. What is this hairstyle called? Like, I guess it's like it's buns or something like that. It reminds me of like a loaf of bread or something, or maybe a pumpkin. Wait, is that what exactly? Is that what? What are you talking about?
Hello, Emo. Welcome to the stream.
If Noma was made in, yeah, if I made a manga, I think Noma might be. Would she be hated or would she be loved? I think she'd be. Honestly, I think she'd be hated.
Who are you? Sorry again. Wait, you're asking Rap Dog?
Rap Dog is Rap Dog. Have you met Rap Dog?
I'm Singularity's rival.
Huh. I don't think I have any rivals, sorry.
Just pop by to say hi.
Well, hello, Emo. How's it going? Hopefully it's going well. And it's goodbye? Okay, goodbye, Emo. I think my art quality is directly the quality of my art is directly proportional to the but is proportional to the suggestiveness of the poses. I think that's is that true? I think that's true. I'd have to test that hypothesis. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I was stuttering. Or maybe not. I mean, this is a pretty okay drawing, but like, what's going on in this drawing? Nothing. Although, to be fair, that might be wrong. I think this is a pretty good drawing. This drawing, not so much, but I like this one. She has all the trademarks of her original design. Or not original. Actually, yeah, the pathos that you know isn't even her original design. She's gone through multiple phases of designs that are plot relevant. So like in the story, like Pathos isn't gonna start off with the design she has now, obviously. She's gonna start off way more basic. And then she just has parts added to her and taken away. Until she becomes what she is now. I kind of just wanted to draw her face, and I already drew her face. So I'm gonna move on to a different page. And I'm gonna do some drawings. Yeah, actually, I'll move on to a different page even past this. Let me draw on this page. Fresh. It's a fresh page. Well, let's try something. Okay, we're gonna change the music also. Pathos reminds me of BMO. Huh. To be fair, I don't remember much of BMO, so I have nothing really to say about that. I don't have any legs to stand on for that comparison. I don't have enough information. What I will do is change the music, though. Shut up, Dropbox. No one's asking about you. I am okay. How about I do...
I'll do this one. Play. Alrighty.
Okay, let me bring in a head right there.
Pathos more like step on me with your toes. Huh.
Pretend I never wrote that. You know, step on me with your toes is so, it's even more specific.
It's not even, yeah, it's even more specific than step on me with your feet.
It's like, there's a focus here. The focus here is toes.
Des, would you be stressed if you didn't understand what was wrong with the drawing?
No, I don't think so. If I understand, like, at the very, like, okay.
If I know something's wrong,
I'll just do it again. I'll do it again until I do figure it out. And if I don't figure it out, nah, I don't really stress over it. Sometimes the drawing is just bad, and like it's okay. I'll just move on. I'll move on. Like if I can't
in like 2 minutes pick out what's wrong with the drawing, I'm just gonna move on. I just don't think it's productive to stay on a drawing forever. Usually I know what's wrong with the drawing the moment I actually just like draw it. So like sometimes I'm doing a face and the face is fine, it's going fine until I draw the eyes and I'm like, okay, these eyes are really bad.
Or these eyes ruin the face.
So usually I know, usually it's like I understand what went wrong, but even if I didn't, it's like, it's okay.
I'll just move on.
I really like how you think. Thank you. Pathos, more like step on me with your toes.
Oh, it does kind of rhyme,
yeah. Yes, well, yeah.
I used to be someone who hoards a lot. I used to be a very big hoarder of a lot of things. References,
which, to be fair, it's not like I've broken that cycle,
but I try to not hoard as many things that I did before. So I guess that kind of expresses itself in the fact of me trying to just let things go a lot. I try not to hold on to things in general anymore. So, yeah.
Wait, I need to figure out, how does her hairstyle exactly go? Okay, it's just that. Yeah, okay, that's easy.
I was just trying to figure out something. I decided to do a simpler style for Pathos's hair. Which is funny. I figured out like a simpler way to draw Pathos's hair.
And then I immediately, like, literally, like, hours after that,
her design changed completely to where like it doesn't even matter like what her hair design was, because she doesn't even have the same hair length, she doesn't even have the same hair design. It's just completely different. And I actually really liked it. Luckily, I found a workaround for that, so it's cool. I get to have my cake and eat it too. Is that the thing? Yeah. You know, I understand what they mean by that saying. I also am like, what else are you gonna do with a cake if not eat it? How can you have your cake and not eat it? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what is that? Come on, guys. That's just a waste of cake if you don't eat it.
By the way, do you need to reach some kind of goal to start getting money from your YouTube?
Yes, you do. You need about 4,000 watch hours, and you need at least 500 subscribers. Or it's either 500 or 1,000 subscribers. I'm pretty sure it's 500 subscribers. You need at least 500 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Or 1,000 subscribers. I still can't remember, but yeah. It took me about like four months maybe to get monetized. I've been on YouTube for like 6 months, so yeah. Or maybe 7 months, I actually don't know.
Yeah, like 5,000 subscribers.
Oh, 5,000?
Nah, it couldn't have been 5,000. I did not need 5,000 subscribers.
It was really low. The subscriber count that you needed was like pretty low, like 1,000. 1,500, yeah, around there. But it's the watch hours that take a long time.
It's because once you eat your cake, you no longer have cake.
Oh, have your cake and eat it at the same time while still having your cake. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. My brain just doesn't work that way. But yeah, I understand. When you put it like that, I always wondered kind of what that meant. Like, I understand the meaning, but I don't know. Yeah, I just didn't know. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Sloth. You are my mental savior. My mental savior. Because, yeah. Maybe it's because in my brain, in my brain, eating the cake is still having the cake. Or something like that. I have no idea. I don't know how my brain works. I'd have to like do some introspection for that. You know, sometimes I do think I think too much though. Even in that sense, like, even in the sense where it's like, to figure out what I meant by that, I'd have to like think about it, do some introspection. Like, that seems a little bit excessive, right? Like, do I really need to figure out why I thought that eating the cake or eating the cake is still the same thing as having the cake? I don't think so. I don't think it's really that important. Maybe I just like thinking. Maybe I'm obsessed with thinking. If I'm obsessed with thinking, maybe it's like some sort of like, maybe it's like a narcissism. Or maybe I'm going too far with it. As in, maybe calling it narcissism is too far. Maybe I'm being too self-critical. Not really. I don't think so. As in, it's narcissistic because to be obsessed with thoughts, the only person's thoughts you can really be obsessed with is your own, because you're the only one who has your thoughts. And if you're thinking and if you're obsessed with thoughts, then you're obsessed with your own thoughts, which means that you're kind of a narcissist. Is kind of how I was doing it. But again, that's me overthinking. You see the problem here? You see the problem? Yeah, you see the problem. I don't think it's narcissistic. Yeah, probably not. That's going a little bit too far. That's being too extreme. But you know, if you want to make interesting characters, I think that's pretty useful if you want to make characters in a story. To just take a very simple thing and just drive it to the extreme, and then you can just have a character that believes that thing. That's like a very good way to get outside of yourself and like still like make good characters, right? To make good characters while still having your own thing, if that makes sense. Like, you could totally have like a villain who's like obsessed with like ridding the world of narcissists. Which, okay, well, to be fair, that's a little bit, but like something like that. But they've gone too far in like what they consider narcissism or whatever. Or just, yeah, simple things like that. It's not that difficult to just like come up with ideas of like characters and stuff if you're willing to just like think. If you're willing to just go far in a direction. Because I think the best part about, I think that one of the best things is having a character that's really extreme in one end, but like having the rest of that character be really nuanced. I think that's like really, it's just really nice. That's like my favorite type of character, yeah. So. Maybe it's because in a certain, like, I think people are very similar to that, where like a person can believe something really really strongly, but in other aspects of their life they're like fine, they're like chill, you know. I think it's really just cool. It makes the character feel more believable while making the character still be interesting, you know. After the stream, okay, goodbye, Yugo. Have a good night. Okay, here's Pathos's first design, or here's Pathos's previous design, and then here's Pathos's other design. Do I just draw them naked? I'm not naked, but you know, without clothes on. I think I should.
I'm gonna fall asleep to the video now.
Well, good night then. Have good dreams. Like that, I think, and then I have to decide. I guess her spine is coming out like that, so that works. You can't see the rest of her butt. That's cool. That's not important. I'm always torn between, like, when drawing Pathos, I'm always torn whether I should give her really dead eyes or give her really glossy eyes. I think yeah. I think what I'll do is for this version of Pathos, I'll give her really glossy eyes, and for this one, I'll give her more dead eyes. I think that'll be cool. I mean, this version of Pathos is supposed to be colder anyways, in terms of emotions. And this Pathos is supposed to be more energetic, I guess.
Is that the MC? No, it's not.
Pathos ain't the MC. Although Pathos is pretty close with MC. To be fair, I only draw. Whoopsie! I just made this random mark over here. No, this ain't the guy. The MC has floating horns next to his head. Usually he does. Yeah. Let me see. I guess this is my chance to actually map out how large her chest is supposed to be. The thing is, I have pen. So let me help me. Singularity doesn't draw guys. That is false. It's been proven false multiple times. I do in fact draw guys. You must have nuance in your statements. I don't draw guys. I don't draw guys often. I do draw guys sometimes though. You're being mean. You're being mean. I would never not draw guys. Okay, that's probably not true. There's definitely an alternate version of me who just doesn't draw guys. Nah, that'd be kind of boring though. I'm not gonna lie. Would you like to draw the MC more often? Would I like to? Yeah, if it comes to like character interactions, yeah. But just as a standalone character, would I like to draw the MC more? Maybe. I think I could, yeah. Okay. See, I can already see that's a little bit too large for what I'm aiming for. So maybe like there. It kind of looks like I just did the same thing. I promise you I did not. So maybe like this. Center of her body is there, so there. Thing. What am I actually doing? Yeah, no. Honestly, I could probably draw the main character. To be honest, the main character's design has changed a lot, too. Mainly because the main character faked his own death and then... Well, the main character isn't human, so faked his own death and then proceeded to take on an entirely different identity. So... Yeah, let me see. I'd have to figure out how to... Actually, that's not what I'm talking about. Right now, what I'm talking about? How... The chest. Do I draw like that or like that? Okay, so assuming I don't draw any clothes, the chest would be just like there. So like there would be no need for me to add any compression to it. Such a wild plot. Yeah, the MC had to essentially the MC had to fake his death because there are people like targeting him. And if people were targeting him. And so faked his own death so everyone believes he's dead. So he can do things in secret again. Because, okay, essentially in the story, everyone has like this organ thing called a soul. And everyone's soul emits this frequency that lets people, emits a frequency. So everyone's soul has a unique frequency. That frequency allows people to track a person. So yeah, using that frequency, you can track a certain person. The main character basically faked his own death and then silenced his frequency. So like everyone thinks that he's actually dead. Like for real. And yeah, essentially that's why. So now no one can find. The thing is that when anyone in the store uses their powers, their frequency activate. Like it's their soul forces out the frequency. So the MC now has to go through all the challenges of doing whatever he's doing, but without any magic, without any powers. So yeah. Okay, I think that works. Yeah, there we go. There's the other pathos. How about I like do like that? So like maybe the hand is here. How did he silence his soul? Just not using his powers? He okay, in the story you can let me see. In the story, you can sacrifice parts of yourself to gods to give the gods more power. When you sacrifice that part of yourself, it usually is just gone. The main character has regeneration, though. Essentially, he sacrificed his existence. He sacrificed his existence. It's not like his existence is gone. It's just that the world doesn't recognize him as a person until he starts using his powers again. So yeah, it is kind of like just by not using his powers and also sacrificing his name is what it is. He sacrificed his name, which is like tied to his existence. Therefore, he's just not emitting any type of frequency. Once he starts using his powers again, which is tied to his soul, it's like it then validates him as a person that exists in the world again. I don't know if I explained that properly. There's probably a better way to explain it. But he sacrificed his name, which is tied to yeah. That was probably a very terrible explanation, but it's cool. Yeah. Sounds cool. Well, I'm glad it sounds cool. I don't know how well I could have done a better job at explaining. Yeah, a person's name is very integral to their being, to their existence. And so by sacrificing his name, he kind of sacrifices existence. And yeah, something like that. His existence as a person. So yeah, it reminds me of Bleach. I haven't watched Bleach. Although it'd be really cool. I think I've seen. Actually, in ReZero, there's like something. There's like a concept like that. So I guess it'd be something kind of like, yeah, which I mean, I don't think you've seen ReZero either. So like, yeah, the references that we're making, we just don't get to each other. There we go. Okay, I think this is pretty cool. This is a pretty good drawing. Is this a solid chest size for her? Is the chest size really important? Not really, but I want it to actually fit. In the first place, does it even make sense for her chest size to increase? Like for her as an actual character. Why would she choose this? Just to look different? I don't know. Singularity doesn't draw guys. Femboys doesn't count. I've never drawn a. Actually, I did draw a femboy. Actually, no, I do draw femboys. I drew one femboy. I drew two femboys technically, but you haven't seen the other one. There's a character in the story that no one knows if it's like a boy or a girl or whatever. So to be fair, not even I haven't even decided if the character is a guy or girl or whatever. So so it could be a femboy or it could be a girl. Who knows? I don't know. Basically, there's a guy which has a power to erase someone's name and change it at his will, although it wasn't properly done in my opinion. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there's a similar character in ReZero that does that type of thing. So yeah, at least it's not that foreign of like a concept. Yeah, also the main character can't use his name anymore. And everyone that knew the main character, all his friends and stuff, they don't know, like they think he's actually like dead, essentially. And he can't let them know that he's alive because if he tells them who he is, then his name returns back to the world. And then people can track him again. So drama. Ahahaha. Okay, there we go. Bring her arm down like that. Okay, bring in there we go. You know, maybe the thing about my quality of art, maybe I just get a boost to my quality of art every time I switch the page. Maybe that's it. I was not liking the drawings I was doing last page. I like these two drawings, though. These two drawings are pretty chill. Oh, by the way, her fingers. So her fingers will be like that. Her fingers are stacked, so this is going to be the biggest finger. Her middle finger is going to be the largest finger. Oh, okay, that's bad. I don't know why I keep doing that. That's not even how fingers work. It'd be something like that. Alrighty, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I want to watch Bleach at some point. I do plan to. I think Bleach is higher on my priority list of things to watch than like Naruto or something. Even though, yeah, I don't know. Everyone loves Naruto, and I would like to watch it. It's just, I don't know. But Bleach and Naruto are definitely on like over my priority. They're higher on the priority list over like Dragon Ball. I want to watch, I do want to watch One Piece too, but it's so long. I'll watch One Piece once it finishes. I think I said that before. Once I actually have a goal, like, of episodes that I need to, then I can like start like managing how many episodes of One Piece I watch, so I can actually get there in a timely manner while not sacrificing anything. Hello, Madarasabi. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, Bleach is very good. I like a certain black-haired female character. She has a great personality, and isn't that plain as a lot of girls in anime. Yeah, I don't really. I think I know one black-haired. I know, like, is she a main character? Is it like Rukia or something? Rukia? I think so. I don't know if that's her. I think she has black hair. There's another one. There's a lot of actually. There's a lot of black-haired, yeah, women in Bleach.
I haven't watched Bleach, but it's very difficult to get around the internet.
Especially while Thousand Year Blood War or whatever it was, especially while that arc was going on, it was very difficult to get around the internet without seeing like Bleach girls or just Bleach anything. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like guy.
I was gonna say guy with spiky hair. Yeah, that doesn't narrow it down at all. Yes, you know I love that guy with spiky hair in Bleach. He's my favorite. While there's like I don't know 50 of them, no, but it's Rukia. Nice. It's pretty good, but I lost. Wait, hold on. I'm doing good. Yesterday I bought Dark Souls. For a second, I was like, you bought Black Souls? No, yeah, you bought Dark Souls 2. I played a lot. But I played a lot of that today, and I also watched the new episode of Death Battle. It was pretty good, but I lost the bet. You lost the bet of who would win. Yoriichi. I know Yoru. Yeah, I know Yoriichi. I know her. Everyone knows her. She's the one who does the pose. The pose almost as ridiculous. Not ridiculous. Actually, I say that, but apparently that pose is even in the manga. Apparently, it's a fan-made pose. My world was shattered when I figured that when I heard that. I was gonna say the pose is almost as ridiculous as the Jacko pose. I've drawn the Jacko pose. I've never drawn the Yoriichi pose.
Okay, I think I'm gonna. I'll shade this drawing with I'm gonna shade this drawing with pencil.
I have a blending stump right here. I voted for Blade because episode was between Blade and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Buffy won. Dang, that's crazy. I actually don't know what pose you're talking about. The Jacko pose or the Yoriichi pose. You don't know about that pose. I don't know. Maybe if you look it up, you might get it. It's like it's a side profile. She's like okay. Essentially, she's like a cat, right? She like has like a cat transformation or something like that. And you know like that like the stretch that cats do where it's kind of like downward dog where it's like you're going okay, I don't know. It's kind of like you're like this is the head down here and then like the spine is going up here and then the legs are like there. It's kind of like the Jacko pose, except not really. It's like something like this. And then I guess this is the tail. Yeah, the tail is over here, whatever. It's like that type of pose. This is definitely you can definitely tell what's happening here, I promise. The cat pounce? Yeah, or something like that. Hello, Mystery Saja. From what's that movie called? I still haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters, by the way. Ain't that a tragedy? Well, I did watch a lot of videos when it came to her powerful Black Panther mods, and it made me realize how much I miss him in the DCU. Or Blade? Do you know we could have had the moment Black Panther become one of the most intelligent characters in Marvel Universe? So smart enough to create his own science? That's pretty cool. You gotta draw it on paper or I won't understand. I did draw it on paper. It's okay. I'll do a bigger stickman pose. So we have the head there. Unless you're trolling, you just want me to draw the pose, which is like fair enough. I also haven't drawn it, so to be honest, I am interested in drawing it, but maybe not now. And then like that, you know, like this is the hips. The hips is over here. The chest is here. I'm so good at drawing. This is the best artwork I've ever made. Remember me from when I was talking about about Demon Slayer characters dying? Not really. Not really. I think I blocked that out. You better not spoil anything, good sir, or ma'am, whoever you are, whatever you are. I still don't get it. You gotta draw it. Nah.
Nah, not right now. Or actually, maybe some point.
I kind of just don't want to do a side profile drawing though. I don't know why. I wish I could have like a cause kind of like the Jacko pose. So maybe what I can do to get that pose is first I'll like look at a Jacko pose reference. I'll like understand kind of how to do the Jacko pose, and then I'm going to like I'm gonna ad lib, not ad lib. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ad lib, but in drawing. Improvised, yeah, there. I'm gonna improvise the limb positions based on what the actual pose for your Ichi is doing, and then that's all work. That's how I'm thinking through it, because I don't think there's any front or like non-side profile views of that pose, or maybe there is, but I'm just not remembering. I'm a girl. Oh, okay. Can you draw Muichiro? No, I cannot. Or well, yeah, I can, but I'm not gonna. I don't wanna. But you have Black Panther. Is also known as the King of the Dead. He can summon past Black Panthers. He ate him. Past Black Panthers. He ate to battle and can just genuinely, in general, summon the dead. I see. And wield the Infinity Gauntlet. Confess your love to me. Huo, nude woman?
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, they are nude. They have no clothes, but don't worry. There's nothing showing here. There are no nipples in Ba Sing Se. Don't worry. The sanctity of your eyes are spared. I have never used a blending stump until yesterday.
I got a package of for my birthday, my mom bought me like an art supply kit. And it came with these things. And I did not know for the life of me what these were. I didn't look it up because I'm lazy. And then just yesterday I was like, wait a minute, these are for blending. Mainly because I saw someone else using it. So like it wasn't even my original like thought. I didn't even figure out that these were for blending. I just saw someone using these for blending. I was like, oh, these are blending stumps.
But yeah. So up until yesterday, I've never used a blending stump. They're pretty cool, Seeing as how I use the blending tool in Clip Studio Paint all the time, it's not like that different. It's not like that crazy for me to learn, but yeah, whatever.
Why don't you draw Muichiro Tokito?
Because I don't really like want to draw him. I haven't watched I haven't even caught up on Demon Slayer, and it's not like I've watched Demon Slayer recently. So when it comes to like the characters, I'm not like that interested in drawing them. Is the thing. Maybe if I like recently watched them, I would like want to draw them, but I haven't watched them recently, so I'm not that interested in drawing them at all. That'll probably change once I actually watch it, or maybe not actually. I did watch it. I did watch like some parts of it. I don't know. Okay, so her legs should begin around here. Okay, so like I guess this is where the line should be. I like Penny Parker's comic reference to Evangelion. I heard about that, yeah. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Time to start blending. Maybe the fact that lead smudges, maybe that's actually useful. Because of course you wouldn't be able to use the blending stump if like lead didn't smudge. That's not enough to make me like lead, like the smudging of lead. By the way, this not me change. I'm not having a change of heart. By the way, I'm too petty for that. I'm too petty to have a change of heart. But I will say, at least there is like some use to it.
It's something. Wait, it was something at the I never really able to process because he died when I was 10 or 11. Yeah, rest in peace. It was really unfortunate, to be fair. But I guess there's nothing you could really do. Or I mean, yeah, I guess there's nothing that could be done. It's just unfortunate.
I need to make sure I keep the I need to make sure I keep the the hard edges. While so like this doesn't need to be a hard edge because this is blending into the light area. But up here, right here, the cast shadow from her chest, that should be a hard edge because obviously it's a cast shadow.
Dennis, do you like Spider-Verse?
Yeah, Spider-Verse is really cool. Yeah, I watched all the movies, at least that are out. Right, there's still like another movie that's supposed to come out. There's Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, and then what's the last one name? Like the one that's supposed to come out? I actually don't know, but yeah, no, Spider-Verse is really good. Spider-Verse is really good. Oh, maybe I'm actually able to just do the blush, but without like it's kind of like an airbrush. That's interesting. That's nice. That's cool.
Well, he did something no one can ever forget. Black Panther is a hero to many people, and Chadwick Boseman was definitely one to me. May he rest in power.
Yeah. Yeah. He was very beloved. And he was a really good actor, yeah. Okay, I did one drawing shading in pencil, but I don't want to do the entire page shading in pencil because again, pencil smudges. So the moment I close this page and the pages rub against each other, this is never staying the same again, right? That's the problem. So I'm not even inclined to like seriously focus on the shading. Or no, like seriously look forward to it staying the same. Although I'll take a picture of it. So it will exist forever in the internet at least. Or so I say, but if the internet isn't even permanent, isn't that crazy?
I'll never forget the scene in front of you. Oh, never mind, it's gone. I like Horikoshi's art style because he mixes comic and manga art styles really well.
Yeah, I haven't watched I haven't read the manga for My Hero Academia, but yeah, the guy is really good at just art. Yeah, he's really good at art. Like just from the few glimpses of like artworks that he's done, not even the manga, just like his standalone illustrations, he's really skillful. It really is easy to call people talented, huh? I was gonna be like, yeah, he's really talented. Even though I know, yeah, I almost fell into the same trap, but yeah. I'll never forget the scene in Infinity War. Wait, yeah, what the heck? Not Castle. Infinity War when Black Panther charges into battle and shouts "Wakanda forever." Ah, yeah, that did happen. Yeah, he was a very good actor. Very good, very good. Yeah, Black Panther was really good. Okay, this is getting a little bit too... How do you get rid of all this blending? How do you get rid of the blending on the blending stump? All the lead. Where do you rub it off? Did you just rub it somewhere? Just like, yeah, okay. And for her, I'm gonna just shade her in normal pen. Because there is no way I'm shading her also in lead. I do like the smoothness of the pencil shading. I do hate the temporariness of it. The temporariness, yeah, there we go. All right, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna color their hairs. Yeah, I'm gonna color their hair. The new Pathos design has yellow highlights in her hair, whereas the old Pathos design has this blue, greenish, turquoise, but not quite color. Is this turquoise? I don't know. Probably, right? This is kind of turquoise. I feel like this is more green than normal turquoise is. So I don't actually know what to call it. And for whatever reason, these pencils are not giving me the name. It's just the line touch. Like, yeah, okay, cool, but where's the actual name of, like, the color? I don't know. If someone says you're talented, you should probably accept the kind gesture. Right, no, yeah, no, when someone calls me talented, I understand what they mean. They're like saying that they like the drawing and, like, I'm skillful. I understand what they mean. And so, like, I don't get upset when someone says that. But I can also understand why someone would get upset if someone called them talented instead of saying that they're like skilled or something. I can get both sides, but yeah, I don't get like mad, but like so like when I'm trying to compliment someone on art, I try to be more accurate, I suppose, because I do understand how someone could take that as like an insult, I guess. I remember my manga teacher arguing about how Horikoshi's decision to make a shonen was really sad. Oh, really sad because he expected more original things from him. He used to praise Omaga Dokizu. What's Omaga does? What? Omaga Dokizu. What's that? I've never heard of that. Was that his work before? Horikoshi's work? I've never heard of it. I don't know. I think Horikoshi is I think he is a really like, I can recognize his style, obviously. You can recognize most like professional mangaka styles, to be fair, but like he has a really recognizable style and it's really refined. It's really good. But I guess I could understand. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, it comes down to personal taste. So I can understand if there's like a personal taste that the teacher wanted Horikoshi to go down and he just didn't. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. It's a manga he drew animals in a very distinct way. Huh. Well, maybe next time. Maybe if he does end up making a different manga. I don't know. Is Horikoshi gonna make another manga, or is he just gonna retire? I don't know. Can you retire? Can you make a manga so big and so can you make a manga so big and so popular that you can retire after only one? Probably, right? Is that like a thing?
And Ryan Outley, the artist for Invincible Me, to cover in one of those, like, title card to cover recently of Battle Beast. Oh, okay. So the artist of Invincible Me to cover in one of the titles where he had Battle Beast in Guts's posing the same way Guts posed in Berserk when he was in. That's cool. It's what Kishimoto did. Who's Kishi? Oh, the Boruto manga. Oh, okay. One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah, but yeah, maybe.
I think Oda definitely could retire.
Yeah, Oda could definitely retire after One Piece. I'd hope he could retire. That'd be very sad if he couldn't.
Yes, hello Ori. Lesbians.
It looks that way, but actually, it's just the same character. These two are the same character. Is it really a relationship if you're the only person in it?
Imagine Oda makes One Piece Shippuden. Oh, the author of Naruto. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. To be fair, I mean, fair enough. Self-cessed? No. Oda would probably retire today and live off of royalties. Yeah, hopefully.
You've made one of the greatest mangas of all time. Unfortunately, you're still broke. Get back to drawing. That'd be so sad. That would be actually unfortunate. There you go. And then she has like this thing that goes around like that.
I have school tomorrow. I'm gonna get cooked for my hair. That's unfortunate. Hey, you'll be fine probably, right? Already? I have a hairline at 18. Don't worry. You have a hairline? Wait, you weren't bald? No, I'm joking. It's not even like my hair looks bad. It's too long. It goes past my eyebrows. It goes past your eyebrow. I don't think is that bad? Is that a bad thing? My hair goes past my eyebrows. To be fair, it goes past my eyebrows, but it's not like it's in front of my eyebrows. My hair isn't blocking my eyebrows. At least not how it is right now. It's styled right now. My hair is styled right now. My hair kind of looks like, yeah. My hair is like braided. It kind of looks like a rattlesnake. Like each one of the braids kind of look like a rattlesnake. It's actually pretty satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, receding hairline. Oof. It'd be like that sometimes. I do need to practice like back anatomy. Do I do that? I don't feel like it though. I don't feel like it though. So am I gonna do something that I don't want to do, or am I gonna do something that do something else that I'd more rather do? Nah, I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna do back anatomy. I kind of want to do it. I kind of do want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like I'm dreading it, but I also kind of do want to do it. So I'm gonna do it. I really just say about a lot of nothing sometimes. That's crazy. Yeah, I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna do it, but like I don't really want to do it, but I kind of do want to do it. You know? That's me. That's me right now. That's me yapping about a whole lot of nothing. Hello, Dival. Welcome to the stream. You're to complain about the unfairness that is life? Maybe instead of like complaining about the unfairness that is life, maybe you should just like accept that life is just like this eternal cycle of unfairness. But like the unfairness, the fact that life is unfair means that like, well, yeah, it's like unfair and random means that you can also just like get unfair in the opposite direction where you have like a really good life. You just have like a long stretch of time where like things are just going great for you, you know? It's just how it works. It's how it works. I promise. Take it from me, I'm a specialist in yapology. No, I'm joking. Oh, hello, Shira. Welcome to the stream. Another couple to eat? Yes, Shira. Except this couple is not a couple at all. It's one character. It's one character in two forms. It's characterception. Pathoception. It's pathoception. Okay, I'm gonna do a drawing of the back. I might as well push myself. You can't read Shira's text. I eat them both regardless. Life is Evil by a boy. Life on Earth is evil? Is life on Earth evil? Do I have anything that's like back anatomy? Back anatomy. I mean, yeah, this is it. But this is more like a focus on the butt. I mean, yeah, it's a focus on the back, but it's also a focus on the butt. Do I want to do that? Not really. I want the back, not the butt. I want the back muscles, the scapula, the spine. I do not want the ass. For next drawing, Shira's butt. No. No, I'm gonna focus on the back. I've drawn enough ass. Is there a thing that's too much ass? Probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna focus on the back though. I've been running away from my responsibilities too much. She's buff. Shira has perfect back muscles. Oh. Oh, goody. Back muscles are peak. Beak. 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 Okay, I'm joking. I'm done. Hold on. I want to draw backs like Dio's back. I haven't actually seen Dio's back. But I know Dio is built. I know the man is big. So I order more. One more because I wasn't satisfied. Pizza is addictive, and then he started to ignore my orders. I see. Honestly, yeah. To be fair, I can appreciate any type of anything. I can appreciate anything that's just really well drawn. Any anatomy that's really well drawn. That's the type of stuff that I try and study. But let me see. Okay, I'm not finding it. I surprisingly have no back muscles here. That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, I did say back. I didn't say back muscles. I did say I'm just practicing on the back. To be fair, maybe I should learn how to just draw the back by itself before I start trying to learn how to draw muscles. Because there is no... Where are the backs with muscles? Why do they not exist here? What is wrong with my reference? What is wrong with these? Fine. Okay. Yeah, I give up. Okay, fine. Let's do a normal back. What the heck? And was taking the orders of some girls that came after me. Unfortunate. So after getting my order wrong, when I asked to make my order one more time, he told me it won't happen. I was baffled because all I asked was simple chicken pizza. Like, how could you run out of that? But anyway, I was like, fine, and I was going. Let me see. I've done this pose already, actually. Okay, maybe not that pose, though. You know what's sad? I had a reference that I was actually going to use, but then it just disappeared on me. Okay, fine. This is kind of... There's no back here. There's no back here, goddammit. There's no back here. There's no muscles. The heck is this? Okay, fine. I give up. Yeah, I'm just going to draw back with no muscles. Whatever. Why are you mad, sir? I'm not mad. Hello. What is that name? Is that Darky? I'm gonna call you DA. Hello, DA. Welcome to the stream. Okay, goodbye, Ori. Did I say that? I think I said that, yeah. Also, okay, let me see. I could totally find a better back though. And the girls came out with 8 chicken pizzas. I was like, what the fuck? They did not pre-order. They ordered after me. Dennis, do you enjoy Shira art on Discord? Well, I mean, I haven't seen any recently. I haven't seen any art on. Well, no, okay, that's not true. I have seen art on Discord. That's unfair. Indeed. Ooh. I want more muscles. Where's the definition? It's good art though. This is good art. She looks so angry. She looks like she'll beat me up. Wait, is this Shira with pants? This is unheard of. Hold on. Although fair enough, I can draw Shira. I wanted to eat chicken pizza, but had to eat veggie pizza. I can't survive on this, man. Here's what I could do. Because I'm quite sure I had a reference somewhere. Not sure if she was in modern times. Oh, I see. Nice. Nice indeed. Hold on. This thing. No, not that. Okay, here's what I can do. If I have a special folder there. There you go. There's some muscles. That's a lot of muscles. This is gonna be an undertaking, that's for sure. Okay, let me try. Let's see if I can do it. I'll do it in this book actually. Let's switch some things around. Do you want muscle, Dennis? Yes. On the character, though. I don't want to smudge this drawing. I would rather not smudge this drawing. Let me see. Is there an empty page here? There is an empty page here. Cool. There's Pikachu on the other side. I'm lucky to be Muscle Shira? Yes. Okay, I'll just do it in the middle. So something like, but there's no head here, but it doesn't really matter if there's no head. What do you think is better question? How do I draw this, or how do I draw this like a random artist? What's a better question? Let me see. Which one is better? I think the first one is better because, okay, essentially the first one is better because it also ends up being copy the artist that you like, which is basically a random artist. So it's basically the same thing, right? How do I draw this? Well, use references, blah, blah, blah. The same thing I always say. It'd be like, yeah, use references, break it down to simple shapes, study artists that you like, see how they draw it, see how they break it down, see the shortcuts that they use to like make it easier. Which is essentially just like, how do I draw this like the other random artist, right? Kinda, I think. But I think the first one is better because like if the question is like how do I draw like the body like Yusuke Murata, I actually don't really know because I'm not Yusuke Murata and I also haven't like studied, so like I'd be able to give a better answer just broadly. Yeah, I'm able to give better broad answers than like specific answers, essentially. I can answer how to draw like abs or whatever easier than it would be like how do I draw abs like Yusuke Murata. In that case, it'd be like, well, I guess you just have to like study Yusuke Murata. Anyways, did you see One Punch Man season 3? I saw the trailer. Yeah, I did indeed. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone's doom posting, or everyone's coping. There's no in between. Yes, I did see that.
Okay, let's start with that. Bring that there. Episode 1 of One Punch Man is out, really? Oh, then no, I didn't see it. I'm focused on the back. Because I'm focused on the back, I don't really care about the arms. Don't really care about that either. Hold on, that's a little bit too big. There we go. Are they going to be released in batches? I would think that there'd be. I don't think they'd release in batches. I think, in general, has there been an anime that releases in batches? I don't think so. They mainly came out like weekly, right? It came out of nowhere, so I don't blame you. Was there even wasn't there a release date? But was the release date today or whenever it came out? Huh. I guess I just haven't been paying attention. Well, hopefully it's good. Honestly, even if it isn't like, even if it isn't like a masterpiece, if it's at least as good as season 2, I think that's okay. I think I'd be able to accept that, as long as it's not worse than season 2. Does your favorite anime came in batches? Yeah, well, okay, but those are like core. Like when I think of batches, I think of like releasing 3 episodes at one time, 3 episodes at another time, 3 episodes like that, rather than releasing weekly for like, rather than like releasing weekly for like 8 episodes and then taking a break and then releasing 8 episodes weekly, right? Is that batches? But yeah. Yeah, I wasn't talking about like cores. If that's what Rap Dog's talking about, if like Rap Dog's talking about cores, then I mean it's getting more common for like anime to like release in batches, or like Rap Dog was saying, or cores, I guess. Like 8 episode, like 8 episodes, like oh wait, sorry, 1 episode a week for like 8 episodes, take a break, and then come back like next year, or come back like in a couple months, that type of thing. Okay, so coming in from that into there, which is like there, and then we're bringing that in, so that's connecting to that. The traps are like here, but like the back is so complex. Taking my own advice and breaking into shapes is probably the best thing to do. Which is like fun. I mean, yeah, so like there, then maybe like that. That's why the animation was pretty good for Peak Zero. Yeah. Also, the fact that they got like they got a One Piece animator in there too for like season 3. What's his name? Something Chansard, right? Is it like David? No, Daniel. Was it even D? Mike? No, something Chansard. It was for the Garfield other guy, blue guy fight. They were cooking with that one. I don't even come to ReZero for the animation, but yeah, honestly, the entire season was like really good, just animation wise. It's good that they got time. Yeah, to be fair, as long as the anime looks good, it doesn't really matter how long you take. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, maybe that's a lie. Maybe like let's not like release an episode every. Okay, I think the anime should take as much time. I think like what ReZero did, that's good. I don't know if I'd be able to like watch an anime if it like came out 1 episode every month though. Maybe it was like really long episodes. I think it's okay for like a manga. Or something like that, but like basically what One Punch Man for the manga is doing, I'd be okay with that. But like for an anime, I don't know. I think I think all the interest usually dies off if you like can't just keep watching it, if that makes sense.
How One Piece animators achieve the deadlines? I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what those guys are on. Maybe there's like, I mean, probably the way that they do it is they have a big enough studio, or maybe they don't. Maybe I'm just guessing. But maybe they have a big enough studio where there's like enough animators that you just you essentially, instead of having one, or that's not even how it works, but you just have a bunch of animators that are really, just doing different parts. If you have enough animators, maybe you can just do things really quickly. I wish Hunter x Hunter also returns. I heard the manga's gonna return soon. If the manga returns and like it gets to its end, then the anime will return, right? I'm sure that's how it works. Okay, this back is looking interesting. And the back is broken. The back is complex. So complex. Honestly, I mean, it makes sense that the back is so complex. I mean, the back is really important. The back is super important. Let me see. Like that. I don't really care about the waist, to be honest. So I'm just gonna forsake that. And then back over here.
I'm fine with Gon's current situation as his conclusion. Yeah, I'm really hoping for it. Well, of course, no rush endings.
Yeah, no, of course not. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I just forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't actually watched Hunter. Okay, let me see. In order, do I watch? Which one is on my priority? Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter, Bleach, One Piece, or some other random anime. I think I'd watch between One Piece, Bleach. I think I'd actually watch Bleach. I probably would watch Bleach first. So, sorry. Excuse me. So in order, it'd be One Piece. No, in order, it'd be Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, and then One Piece.
Togashi is very talented besides being lazy. Yeah, that's Hunter x Hunter, right? Wait, no, wait, I don't know. If Togashi is the Hunter x Hunter, I don't think he's lazy. I think the reason he's going on break is because of like health. I think he had a lot of like health related issues. Though I'm not too. He very well could be lazy. I have no idea. But as far as I know, I'm pretty sure he was like on hiatus for so long because of like health related concerns. Kind of like how Horikoshi was like, the same thing that was happening with like Horikoshi and also Oda and all. What is happening? Is it just the fact that sitting down for like the entire day or the entire week, the entire month, and all you do is draw and all you do is like hunch over like something like that is just giving people mangakas like problems? Is that it? I mean, I could totally see that as being why. I could understand it. It's just. My favorite arc in Bleach is the Fullbringer arc, and many people hate it.
I wonder why. No, I don't really need to know why though. Yeah, there's a lot of things that people hate. That's like that a lot of people hate like as a majority, and like I don't really hate it though. So it doesn't really matter what the majority thinks, to be honest. As long as I enjoy it, that's all that really matters. Repetitive strain injuries from drawing, like carpal tunnel syndrome, severe back pain, and issues related to overwork, lack of sleep. True, fair enough. Yeah, there's a lot of things. It's just a big I guess all the problems consolidate. They confound. No, not confound. That's the wrong. They compound. There you go. That's right. Right. I was like, they confound. They confuse. No, they compound on themselves, eventually turning into a massive problem. The only reason that confound, that word, was even in my mind is because I was last night I was looking up information about like the Tower of Babel, and also like the the Tower of Babel. I think that's where I got confound from. Something about whatever. And then I've also looked up the Library of Babel, which is like also a website, and I guess not a website also, but yeah. Witness chat, my glorious gains. It's a little bit more muscly than what was in the reference, but hey, I'm getting to practice back muscles, so it'd be like that. Yeah, I feel like out of One Piece Hunter x Hunter. To be fair, I think One Piece Hunter x Hunter and Bleach. I believe that probably Bleach would be the most just casually, just enjoy it just casually. I think Hunter x Hunter is gonna be in the similar range as Bleach, and I think One Piece. I would have to like actually. Essentially, with One Piece, I think I'd have to like grow to like it or something like that. But that's just my intuition. My intuition says that I'd have like One Piece would be like an acquired taste for me. Still live? I like that drawing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just practicing the back muscles. We have Shira right here. Shira in the, I was gonna say in the flesh, but Shira in the fur, Shira in the page, Shira in the paper. Not the best hair I've done, but hey, the drawing wasn't focusing on hair, now was it? I wonder what I'm gonna eat for dinner? It's dinner, right? Yeah. What am I gonna eat for dinner? I have no idea. Wait, what did I eat for breakfast? Oh, did I just roll my R's? Yes, I did. What did I eat for breakfast? I ate what did I eat actually? Nope, don't roll away. I need you. I just ate sandwiches, which is not like the most. It doesn't have the most protein or anything. I need protein. A man of exercise needs protein. That and what's the other thing? Whatever. I'll just look at it. Okay, cool, yeah. Okay, back to my drawings.
Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm. 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 I think in terms of binge watching, comedy isekais are really relaxing. Sometimes you just shut off your brain and just watch shows like Rerolling as a Vending Machine. I watched first episode and immediately got bored, so I ain't watching that. Only reason why I watched it was because someone said it was funny. Yeah, I tend to get. There's a lot of isekais that are just really boring. So it's not like isekais are like really high on my priority list. Even like really highly regarded isekais, they're still like not even on my. They're not really on my. Like for instance, I think it's like Moonlit Fantasy. I don't know about the first part. That one, that's like a really highly regarded one. I don't know how interested I am in actually watching it. Like eventually, maybe like it's somewhere on my. It's like somewhere on the list of like to watch eventually at some point if I get bored enough. But it's definitely not on my like priority list. And then if like there's like a like Gate. I think Gate is a show that I would like to watch. No, that's an isekai or something similar. Or no, it's not an isekai. It's a Gate. It's like a soul. It's like kind of like Soul Leveling, I think, right? But Soul Leveling is an isekai, and I don't think Gate is also truly an isekai. Not really, right? Digimon Adventures is best isekai. I don't even know what that is. Well, I mean, obviously it's Digimon Adventures. I haven't even watched Pokemon. I don't want to watch Gate because then I have to learn about politics. I don't think you have to learn about politics to watch Gate. Is that true? I don't think so, no. No, I'm saying is there's politics in Gate, so I don't want to touch it. I don't think. Well, yeah, fair. I guess that's your decision. I mean, like, I'm not interested in politics at all, but if there's like politics in a show, that doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't really affect my wanting to watch it or not. Not really. Not really. What character is this? I guess it'll be Nair. Alright, sure. It'll be her. Because I'll definitely get bored. Okay, to be fair, I did enjoy Slime Anime Politics because it was lighthearted. The definition of touch my gains. I remember watching Pokemon when I was little. I remember. Oh, when I was little, though, I have. No, sorry. I don't know why I'm messing this up. I remember watching Pokemon when I was little, though I have vague memories of it. Yeah, like. I mean, there's a lot of anime that you can, like, say has, like, certain things that you would probably not deem as, like, I really want to watch that. But, like, the anime itself can just make something interesting. Or the characters around whatever it is can make something interesting. Or the setting around whatever it is can make it interesting. So just because something has something in it, it's not like I don't automatically disqualify it from like me watching it. Schloth can touch my gains. Isn't like, oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know. Wait, isn't that Pokemon like the god? Isn't that the god Pokemon? Or like at least one of them? Mm, 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 mm,
That happens to me with One Piece. I like the world building. I find it interesting. The story puts me, but the story puts me to sleep, and the way it is told, I see. Where the protagonist is kidnapped and sent back in the past and given an arc phone. Huh. I like the world building. I find it interesting, but the story puts me to sleep. And the way it is told. Yeah, I mean, and calls him / her randomly because the phone is a gift by God.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Yeah, I have no idea. There are definitely some stories with like really good premises, but like they kind of fumble the execution. Or even there's like shows that are like really good quality and really good execution for what they're trying to do. It's just not for me. So there's like obviously a bunch of shows that just simply aren't for me. So like even though they have good quality, I just don't end up watching them because I'm not interested.
So it's basically reincarnated with my phone, Isekai Slop.
Maybe.
Have heard of that one? Yeah, I've heard of that one.
I don't even know how this works. I don't know why I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Put that in there. I wonder if I should change the music. Maybe I should change the music, or maybe I shouldn't.
I like the new fantasy animes that are coming out. The stories are generic, but I think they are putting effort into it. Except the Gacha anime and Seventh Prince anime, I honestly think they have great animation that's deserved by other animes.
Yeah, I'm not too plugged into any new fantasy animes that are coming out, but yeah, no, that's all I have to say. So I don't really have anything to say on this. So like that, and then like there, bring that in there. She does not look right when she doesn't have her horns, so I'm gonna add her horns in. It's like something like this, and it kind of goes like that.
I just watch popular anime. Does that make me a normie?
I mean, I guess some people would consider you that, yeah. I don't think it's bad to watch popular animes only, though. I mean, like, the reason you're watching popular anime is probably because, like, you know that for sure, like, you're probably gonna enjoy them, right? Like, they have a very high likelihood to be good. If you're watching, like, a low-key anime, like, you don't actually know about the quality. You don't know if you're really gonna enjoy them. So that's probably why you're watching it, right? You think you like slop for some reason? Yeah, a lot of people do. I probably don't. I don't really have. I don't think I have enough time to dedicate to that. To like just watching like and if I just watch an anime that like I don't see any substance in. No, maybe that's not it. Cause like I think the beginning after the end, yeah. I think the beginning after the end is probably a really good story because like I've heard everyone was like really happy that it was getting anime. It just fumbled the animation. So in that case, it's like the story has substance. It's just like the animation doesn't have anything going for it. Especially if your story is about a lot of fights and stuff, then yeah, not having really good looking animation is probably almost a death sentence. But if it was an anime that doesn't necessarily need animation, then I think having like mid animation is probably okay because the substance makes up for it. I think I definitely watched a lot of popular anime. Like I watched Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan was really good. And yeah, okay, good night, Dival. Attack on Titan was really good. I watched. You know, I don't know how popular Call of the Night is. I don't know. I don't think it's that popular, but it's like pretty popular. So maybe that's like. I watched Summertime Rendering. Now, Summertime Rendering was like a hidden gem. That show is good. That show is really good. Have you heard about God of Ragnarok? I have heard about that. It was popular, but it was also like clowned on for like having really bad animation. I haven't watched it though. Wait, no, Records of Ragnarok, not God of Ragnarok or Records of Ragnarok. After I click the like button and resubscribe to the God of Singularity, thank you, thank you, Diavola, for the shout out. Yeah, Record of Ragnarok. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Yeah, me neither. I haven't watched it. Oh, To Your Eternity was also really good too. To Your Eternity, at least the first season. I haven't watched the second season. Yeah. Summertime Rendering was really good. Summertime Rendering has had a nice balance of action, mystery, and characters. So yeah, I really love Summertime Rendering. And the ending was actually pretty good. It was only like one season. It was one season, 24 episodes. Really nice anime. That was good. But I don't think it got as popular as it could have because like I think it was locked in Disney jail. Like Disney had it, they just didn't release it until it was like finally over. It was finally done. Like all the episodes came out, but by that time, like there was no hype around it anymore, or like at all. There's no hype around it at all because it just never was released properly. So, or maybe it wasn't even that. I just don't think it was even licensed. So because it wasn't licensed, like no one could actually stream it. Like no streaming services. Do you like The Promised Neverland? I have heard of it. I haven't watched it. That was like a really popular anime. It was really popular for the first season, and then the second season came along, and I'm pretty sure they started like skipping a bunch of arcs, which is like why everyone started hating it, or hating the anime. because apparently it skipped like one of the best arcs or whatever. Apparently, which is like unfortunate. So yeah, haven't watched that one either. Wait, she's supposed to have abs. I forgot. Whoopsie. Like, yeah, it was really promising to me. It was really okay. I didn't actually mean to make that pun about the promised Merlin. Pencil me, Dennis? I don't think I can. After all, I have a pen. Ignore the pencil shading over there, though. Yes, hello, Screen Hermit. Welcome to the stream. How was your day? Hopefully it's been well. Okay, so the armpit connects to the chest like this. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool, yeah. I really didn't. I need to make up my mind on how I actually draw armpits, because I genuinely confuse myself. I'm like, okay, what am I actually trying to do here? I guess I should really just look at a reference, or not look at a reference. I need to figure out exactly how I want it. I need to have a style of drawing the armpits, so I could just not think about it when I do it. That'll make my life way easier, because it's very rare for me to draw the armpits. There's like not that many poses where like it's actually like something that I need to draw, and so I just haven't actually thought about it. How do I do this? I don't know. I'll figure it out. It doesn't really matter. I draw better without references because I copied an artwork. I'm really happy I see my biggest mistakes are arms, hands, and legs. I don't know how to learn them. Arms, hands, and legs. For legs, I think legs, it'll do you good to learn cylinders. And like cylinders as in like this type of shape where it's like, you know, I think this shape is basically what legs are. So like to draw legs, like I guess this would be like if I make like a hip right here. This isn't hip. The legs are kind of just do this. At least if I was doing like a woman or something like that. The knee cap is the knee is somewhere over there, and then the calf would probably come back in. This is the general shape of legs. But like it really helps you to understand that it is like a 3D object, and I think knowing that's a 3D object will help you in the long run when you need to like put them in perspective and such. Getting creative with the covering of sensitive parts scales this time. Oh, scales this time. Yeah. Yes, this character always had scales though. She's a dragon, or rather she's the dragon god, so. Or at least she's the dragon god put in a mortal body, so. Yeah, scales for her, because she's a dragon. I spent way too long today debugging something, which is why I'm only alright today. Unfortunate. Well, I guess you're doing what you... Well, I was going to say I guess you're doing what you like, but actually I don't know if you're doing what you like. Well... debugging. Ah, yes. Imagine me debugging. Could never. It could have actually been. It literally could have been me. I just decided to not. I went to the full YouTube route.
Thank you, Dennis. No problem. Also, a major part of the legs is that, at least something that I wasn't taking into account. The butt is part of the legs.
Like from the side, or at least, yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, the butt is part of the legs. They're like very much connected. If this is like the side of the body, which is like it doesn't add that much, but
Depending on the body type,
depending on the body type,
how the leg and the butt connects is like really important. And also,
if you're coming from the side, and like this is the side of the torso, this is the other leg. This doesn't really matter. This leg comes over there. The leg is over here. This leg, when this leg comes in, the butt, if you were like able to like see through, the butt is actually wrapping around here and coming in, which is like I also didn't I forgot, or I just wasn't paying attention to. This is probably difficult because like this is supposed to be on the other side of the body. Like if this is like this is the crotch.
yeah, but the butt is wrapping around and it's connecting to the leg, and it's like it is intimately connected to the leg because it is basically part of the leg. Basically, I found out today an instance can't preload another instance from a path, and you must provide the instance with a parent node or it won't instantiate. Yeah, a lot of those words. Okay, I know a path. An instance can't preload another instance from a path. You must provide the instance with a parent node. Yeah. So basically, instances are okay. Hold on. Instances sound non-permanent, so you need like a permanent parent node that's like related to the instance. Hold on, let me go back and see this. Yeah, the parent node that's related to the instance. Yeah. Basically, the instance needs like the parent node to like validate it as like an actual thing. Yeah, I'm learning how to use Godot. That's how you say it, right? Godot. Is Blender programming? I thought Blender was 3D modeling. But you might just be... Yeah, Blender is actually really interesting to me. One day, if I... Yeah, one day I might try and learn Blender. 3D modeling and that type of... I know you can do animations in Blender too. So, yeah. I mean, good luck on you trying to learn Blender. It looks pretty... Sorry, it looks pretty fun too, so... Yeah, good luck. Yeah, it's different. I accidentally deleted the message. Oh. It's hard. I tried once, but I was confused. I mean, yeah, it's a completely different medium, so that makes sense. It's probably kind of like trying to learn how to use Photoshop, except in 3D. 3D Photoshop. Except not really. I guess it's more like sculpting and stuff like that. Except a little bit less intuitive than like actual real life sculpting because using technology and stuff. Okay, so assuming, okay, neck there. Let's do the middle of the body there. So middle of the body coming down. We're gonna have the chest over there. Chest over there. Body coming down like that. Okay, cool. I can understand that.
So something like that. We're gonna now just bring this down, which like we're just gonna pop that out. Pop that out, and then the legs are just gonna keep going out. So this leg is gonna be coming over here. We're gonna assume that right there, which is where the crotch would be. So like the crotch is like somewhere there. We're like gonna be bringing out the leg to wrap around here. Well, now the leg is gonna be coming in here, wrapping around. The butt is now gonna wrap around like that, and then attach to the leg, which is just how that works, I guess. And don't really care about the rest. Cool, yeah. The crotch is somewhere here. It doesn't really matter. And then wrap that around like that, which is like the leg is gonna come out there and then attach there, and then we're just gonna keep it moving downwards, and then we bring that out, and then yeah, so it'd be something like that. Yeah, it's gonna move like that, and then we can now we can understand the body properly. Okay, cool, that works. So something like that. That's how we would draw the low ankle. Okay, that actually went way easier than I thought. It's not like this is my first time doing it, but hey, I'm happy it actually went well. One problem. This needs to come around here. Yeah, that needs to come around there. Bring that in. It's also worth noting that this muscle is right there. So like the muscle for the leg is also right there, which is why there's like a shadow there sometimes. Okay, cool. If we were to try and understand this as a 3D form, so right here is the plane change between the side, or like the front facing of the crotch and the underneath. So probably right here is where the shadow underneath would begin. And then I could just like carry that over for like the entirety of underneath here. So this entire thing right there should just be shaded. The quadricep? No. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's a quadricep because this is part of this muscle. It's part of this muscle that comes down over or comes down around here and connects to the knee. Yeah, that's the quadricep. So, but what's the it's the tricep? No, not no. That what the heck am I talking about? What's the other one? Deadlift. What the hamstring? What's the muscle underneath? Is it the hamstring? Yeah, there you go. The hamstring. The muscle at the back of the leg, the opposite of the quadricep, the back of the thigh. So like this shadow is created by the interaction between the quadricep and the hamstring muscle, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to like think about it. I'd have to look it up. Because I know deadlifts work your hamstrings. I know that for sure. And for deadlifts to work your hamstrings, you need a counterbalance. And the counterbalance has to be, first of all, your back. But like other than your back, it'd be like the back of your legs, which is your hamstrings. I know deadlifts works your hamstrings, I think. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's your hamstrings also. It's the opposite of your quads. By the way, how does this muscle work? So like we're bringing this in, and then is it like that? I think this is the wrong muscle. I think I'm shading the wrong muscle, but it's cool. It's definitely not cool, but it's okay. Yeah, I think this muscle is just wrong. This is just the wrong version of it. Actually, it's called the biceps femoris. Huh. Interesting. Quadriceps bicep. Oh, okay. So it's the bicep, but for the oh, that makes so much sense actually. Yeah, if you think about what the bicep does, it does the same thing as pulling your leg backwards. Interesting. Okay, yeah, no, I can get on. It's the bicep, but for the femur. Is that what femur is? It has to mean like femur, like the femur bicep. So they're both biceps. Cool. But in that case, why is the tricep not called the quadricep? Or the quadricep? Wait. What is this part of the... Huh. Femur. Tibia? No. Is tibia in your legs too? Or is the tib... Huh. Wait a minute. Tibia? No. The radius ulna. Radius ulna. What is this part of the arm called? What's your arm bone? What's the... Yeah, what's the arm bone called? Hold on. Tibia, fibia. Oh, that's I think those are legs though. Femur, obviously. Tibia, fibia. Tibia, fibia. Radius, ulna. The radius and the ulna are these two. I know these. What? Why am I missing the information that I actually want to know? What is up with me? Bro, come back and there's even more softcore? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm over here studying anatomy. I'm just studying a low angle, like, perspective. Sir? Sir, this is an art class? Yes, hello, Zenk, though. Okay, cool. Softcore manga. No. Well, no. Where's your arms put? This is actually good. From this angle, how does the arm connect? I can imagine that the chest is coming there, but that the chest would come... How does the arm connect? Would it be like something like this? I mean, I could imagine it just being something like very simple like that. But something about that doesn't really sit right with me. I'm gonna do it anyways. If it's wrong, then it's wrong, you know. I'll fix it later. Or rather, I'll fix it in a different drawing. Unfortunately, yeah, see, I can't do it because the reference I'm using has it blocked. It has the actual connection point of this thing blocked by a speech bubble. God damn it. Damn you, speech bubbles. Maybe the mangaka didn't even know how to do this connection point, so they just covered it. Hey, something like that. Bring that in. Okay, cool. I think there should be some amount of shadow there. And actually, there should be some amount of wrapping here, to be fair. I think that would work. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good for now. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty okay with low angle shots. I think I'm pretty used to it at this point. I need to do some more high angle shots. You know, high angle shots are actually pretty. High angle shots are pretty easy because you mainly have to focus on the head, and I'm pretty okay with doing the head. Like I'm pretty okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. Maybe I'm not the best, but it's not like I'm unaware of how to do the head. So I don't think this muscle that is shading, I don't think this muscle exists right here. Actually, looking at the position of the bicep femoris, it actually it looks like that is actually one of the main quadricep muscles. Huh? Hold on. How? Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Right there. We're talking about this thing right here, which is like on the inner thigh. So like this thing is her inner thigh, right? And if this is her inner thigh, then right there. So like I'm trying to figure out on my own leg it's that muscle. It does kind of look. Yeah, but what is it contrasting again? Like what? Okay, goodbye, Rap Dog. What exactly is... Yeah, have a good day. What is it class... the vastus lateralis. See, knowing the names is pretty useful actually. Well, kind of useful. It's kind of useful actually. You don't need to know the names, but knowing the names is fun. So, wait, what are you saying? Where's her lower stomach? Like right here. It's supposed to be right here. I just didn't finish saying it. It'd be like right here. And then you'd have like some there. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, like that. Interesting. Yeah, the legs are actually really, and thank you so much. No problem. Have a good day. The legs are very complicated. I feel like it curves in way too early. Um, Curves in way too early. I could kind of see that. Like maybe here. Kind of. Other than that, I think, eh. Unless you're going for that skinny look. I mean, yeah, it's not like she's supposed to be like really big or anything. Or at least it's not even like she's supposed to be. Yeah, she's more on the smaller side, at least for her. She's not supposed to have much for like any abs or any like fat or anything. Although she's not supposed to be like super skinny either, but like super skinny. Like she's not supposed to be a skeleton. Right here. Do I bring this in more? No, it's fine. Like, I mean, for this character, like if I were doing it with this character, it'd be more focused on the abs. So like I'd actually like give the definition to the abs more. Also, muscle cat lady to the right pace. Yes, that's yeah. I was doing a muscle study. Also, with Shira, I just chose to I guess because Shira asked, right? I used the flavor on top, which is just the character design. I used Shira as that. There we go. Alrighty. There you go. Forget that. I don't really care about her face though. This was more just a study on the low angle shot. Which I think it's yeah, pretty okay. I don't know how much I need to practice the high angle perspective, mainly because the high angle perspective doesn't really have much in terms of anatomy for the lower body because it all gets squished. It all gets compressed, which is obviously it starts to have less of an importance what you're doing with the anatomy for that part. Let's see. Maybe I'll do like 2 more drawings. Let me see. What should I do? Many options. Well, I'll think about it. I'll figure it out. Actually, this entire drawing was mainly just for the This entire drawing was just for the. Hello, Lee. Welcome to the stream. Change the music. The last music switch. How's it going, Lee? Having a good day? Hopefully you're having a good day. Yeah, this entire drawing was just for the face, for the expressions. So I don't really care about doing the rest of it. How about I do this drawing? This drawing is pretty chill. I'm not drawing. This song is pretty chill. It's been going good. How about I have good grades. How about you? I've been doing good too. I've been getting better at drawing, I think. Been doing some practicing as always. You're back? Hello, Lily. Welcome back. God damn, look at that back. Yes. I have been practicing. I have been practicing. Hello, Misty. Welcome back. Look, it's Lee, Misty. You remember Lee. How could you forget Lee is the real question. Lee was here? Lee is here. At least, yeah, I'm pretty sure Lee's here. I could never. Me, Lee, or Lee? No, Lee as in Lee over there. You know Lee. I don't know why I pointed. Like you're not in the same room. I'm also not in the same room. I'm not pointing at anyone, but still. Yeah, that Lee. The Lee in the chat. At least I think there's a Lee in the chat. Unless Lee left. Is this supposed to be a... Oh, this is actually supposed to be a low angle shot. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see if I can work with that. You just pointed to one of my big ducks. No, not that Lee. This Lee. This Lee. Not you, Lee, but the other... This... Where's the chat? This Lee. One of the sides Lees. In the chat, Lee. Not Lee. No, not you, Lee. I'm talking about Lee. As in Lee over there, yeah. Just Lee. Not Lee. Only Lee. One Lee. But not double Lee. Right? When I'm here, Lee disintegrates. Yeah, where is Lee? Just Lee? Yeah, just Lee. No, just one Lee. The single Lee. Not as in Lee with two Lees. Just, yeah. I'm purposely making this weird. I'm purposely making this complicated. No, just talk about Lee. Lee knows wife. The Bang-chan. The Bang-chan enjoyer. That Lee. Yeah, that Lee. So, Lee. I also got called Lee. No, not you, Lee. Not Lee, or Charles Lee, or any type of other Lee. I'm talking about... Or Stan Lee. I'm talking about...
Mist, not Misty either. Yeah, just Lee. I think if you draw Chang Bin, Lee will return.
Unfortunately, I shall not do that. Not even for Lee. I'm a General Wee. No, not that Lee.
What is that pose?
This one? It's a low angle shot. Mainly focusing on how the body like collapses. Not collapses, stacks on itself. Sorry, did my mic cut out? My mic went to cut out. Yeah, no, it's a low angle shot. Focusing on how the body stacks on itself from underneath. Wait, but if this is a low angle shot, how in the world? Yeah, this is a low angle shot. How in the world is this even? Because, oh, okay, that's what happened. I simply forgot. It's supposed to be like that. Yeah, okay, that's what's happening.
Where's the pants?
If you draw the pants, can you really study anatomy? If the anatomy is covered by clothing, is there any anatomy there to study? No. Then you're just studying clothes. Do I want to study clothes or do I want to study anatomy? I would like to study anatomy. And so, therefore, no pants. Otherwise, I can't really study it, now can I?
If you draw that, then you can certainly draw this thing called NSFW.
Yeah, I mean,
That's kind of like saying, if you wait, I mean, are you saying that if I can draw the human body, then I can draw the human body?
that's, I mean, yeah, but like, yeah, remember the dino named Taco? Yeah. I do remember the dino named Taco. That's kind of like saying, if you know how to put together an engine and you know how to like, weld and you know how to manufacture different machinery, you can make a car. It's like, yeah, that's like, yeah, you have the ability to.
Remember the duck named Lily? I remember you.
Not the duck, though. I don't remember any ducks named Lily.
Sin does not have an alt account, and you should stop making such baseless accusations. I'm not even denying any accusations. I'm just saying, in the first place. All I'm saying is, in the first place, that doesn't even make sense. Or rather, actually, in the first place, it makes so much sense that it doesn't mean anything. But yes, anyways, I would never do something like that. I am a very Christ-like individual. In fact, I'm very pious and I am very devoted to wholesome activities and drawing practices.
How does the chest work in this? Like, how does the shadow work for the chest? I don't really care. I don't really care to figure it out.
I should, though. I should definitely care how to figure it out. Hey, Lee, it's Lee! Look, it's Lee. It's Lee's back. It's Misty and Lee. Just a bunch of Lees. All of the E's in one place. Are low angle shots more interesting or high angle shots? Oh, but high angle shots could be pretty interesting. Let me try one.
There's a way to do it. There's a way to draw a high angle shot in a way that's like
Super interesting. Dennis, why does Lily call you dad so much? I have no idea. I think, I don't know. I have no idea. I literally don't have any idea.
essentially at one point in chat, people were trying to call me daddy, and I was like, no, don't call me that. If you're gonna call me something like that, at least call me something dignified, like father. And so, because I couldn't stop the chat from calling me, because like, to stop the chat from calling me daddy, I said, just like, if you're gonna say that, just say father. And then they just went with it, and then they never stopped. Well, rather, they did stop, but Lily didn't. Lily did not stop. Is what happened. Yes, welcome back to the stream, Rap Dog. Or I say welcome back. You could have just been AFK, or not AFK, but you could have just been lurking. You said you're gonna use references and stuff, right? I assume that means you're gonna leave the stream, but I guess it doesn't necessarily mean that you had to. But I assume you did. I assume you just came back. And if so, welcome back. I think this is my last drawing, actually. I think. Let me actually plot out this drawing. Okay, collarbone there. If collarbone there, then I'm going to bring this. Have you tried drawing skeletons? I have at some point. Although I immediately realized that, first of all, skeletons have lots of bones. They have lots of bones, 206 to be exact. Do I want to draw 206 individual parts of a drawing? Not really, no. So I think I immediately stopped. I also realized that you don't need to know how to draw the skeleton to be able to draw the human body, which is why I was learning the skeleton so I know how to draw the human body. You don't need to know how to draw the skeleton just to have a baseline understanding, but to go really in depth, you do need to understand the skeleton. So like, if I want to take my art up even another quality, I have to learn the musculature and the skeleton structure, that type of thing. It's not like I don't know. I think I vaguely know it. You know, you don't have to like put all your effort into studying it to be able to understand it. I think I have a general understanding, but when it comes to down to the details, yeah, no, not really. Hello, Flower Girl. Welcome to the stream. I drew a dog skeleton. The visible bones are good to learn. Yeah. Things like, well, depending on how much like fat or muscle is on the character, yeah, sometimes like if there's like a little bit of muscle and fat, you're gonna have like, yeah, bones showing or like sort of like that. Yeah, it's very useful. Like the ribs, I think the ribs are the most common part of like the bones to show. That and like the hip area. Yeah. Obviously the kneecap. I guess the kneecap is also a bone, but we don't really care about that. Hello, yes, hello, Flower Girl. Yeah, but mostly the ribs, because it doesn't take. You don't have to be like starving to be able to see ribs. You don't even have to be. You can actually be even pretty athletic and still like, or maybe kind of, but like there's still like some amount of visibleness there. So yeah, toodles. Yeah, okay, goodbye, Misty. Like the collarbone. Oh yeah, 100% of the collarbones. I forgot about that. Yeah. The collarbones are also like, yeah, one of the most visible parts. In fact, is the collarbones always visible? Like, is there a scenario in which you can't see collarbones? Or yeah, okay, there is, but like, yeah, okay, that's true. I don't even know what I was on about. Yeah, of course, that is definitely possible. What am I on about? I didn't adopt you. You said force, but I never adopted you. You didn't force me to do anything. You just decided that you just decided that you were, but I never did. I never did. Yeah, the elbows too. It's very important. I think the elbows are pretty important, especially to understand how they wrap around, like right here, the way how you can see the bone and like this muscle right here wraps around the elbow. Yeah, the interaction between it is like that. Else you take away my spine. Oh, I already sold my spine for 8,000 United States dollars. You already have to go? Okay, goodbye, Flower Girl. Have a good day. Lily has some nice art. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Lily has art in the Discord too. But, or I don't know if you're still able to see, I think you're still able to see it. If you search by her name, if you search by like Singularity's adopted kid, in chat, like if you filter by that in the art channel, you should be able to see her name. Yeah, so they're just, yeah, they're so difficult to understand when an elbow bends. Just so difficult for me to draw the rest of the arm. Yeah, in that case, what you have to do is, and it's not even about like searching for references, even though searching for references is very important. It's like if you come across something, it doesn't even have to be like an image. If you see someone, or if you see yourself, like if you can use your own elbow as a reference, I think you can, right? Just like you have to be open or ready to like pay attention to that type of thing when it comes into like your view. When you actually notice it, like just pay attention to it and study it in the moment. So like when you go and start to draw, you can like remember and reference back. So not necessarily just like looking for not necessarily searching for references, but just noticing when there's one present. Like sometimes I just be like watching a video and I'm like, and then like there's like a person doing something and their body is in a specific position. I'm like, oh, that's how you draw that. Like if I were to draw it, like I can, so like, yeah, just having your mind ready. Which it might sound a little bit taxing. It's not that taxing. Like you don't have to like be like, you don't have, your mind doesn't need to be on like figuring out how to draw everything. But like it's just when you do notice it, just like take a moment to like, if that's something that you want, of course, right? Never mind, I'm back. There's nothing good to eat. Unfortunate. Train your artist eye. Yeah. Indeed. The ability to, yeah, just look at stuff and figure out how to draw them. I'm going to a Twice concert. Nice. You've been going to you've gone to a good amount of concerts. So that's good for you, Misty. That is good for you. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Okay, finger. I wish I was like that. I'm just in the process of that. Do you also have problems bending the elbow right, like foreshortening and not foreshortening? Sometimes, yeah. For whatever reason, I sometimes have a problem. Like, okay, for instance, we have the elbow right here. Like, this is obviously a drawing with the elbow. For a lot of drawings, there's no need to like overcomplicate the elbow. The elbow doesn't really need to be much more than this. Like anything more than this, it's not necessary. It's like if you want to add that extra layer. But if you just want to like just have an elbow, just for the sake of like the utility of like having your drawing look not like the person's boneless, this is fine. It's like, yeah, I tend to have more problem with when the elbow when it's straight, which is it feels weird. But yeah, when the elbow's like straight, the orientation of it and if it's able to be visible, I think I struggle with that a lot. But I think I've learned that sometimes you don't need too much detail. Especially because like for this drawing, yeah, for this drawing, to be fair, the hand is really the main. It's like the hand is more important than the elbow. So making sure that the hand looks better, which actually, to be fair, I don't think this hand looks better than the elbow. So I failed in that part in this drawing. But yeah, when you're drawing, you have to actually be able to prioritize which part of the body you want to look good. If you want to try and make everything look good, you can, but I don't know if that's like the most important thing. To know where to like what to make simple and what to like give detail is very important. A lot of the time, the elbow, like even in the body, the elbow is a transitionary place. It's not like it's just a joint. So it's not something where you're gonna have to like draw perfectly. Of course, if you're trying to do like studies on it, then that's fine. But yeah, I mean, my problem is not the elbow itself, but when it bends, it's very hard to draw the forearm. Let me see. Like in this, like a position like this, or something else. By the way, is this forearm big enough? I don't think so. It's a pretty small forearm. So like for a pose like that, it would be like that, and then the forearm is coming in, wait, like that. It's a very, yeah, this is definitely not entirely accurate, but I'm pretty sure the elbow or the knee or something, that type of joint kind of works. No, not exactly like that. Kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Yeah. Like right here would be the indentation of right here would be where the line is, I think. But you don't even need a line, to be fair. That line isn't even necessary. Maybe right here the line is necessary. Well, no, this is just a fold. This isn't even my arm. Yeah, right here is where the line would be. You can understand that right there is where a line is. So it'd be like the elbow is like, yeah. So like the forearm would be just this like chunk. So it'd be like the forearm is like this bulbous thing. Of course, it's like going into like the rest of the arm, but whatever. No one cares about that. The elbow is now coming in from the top, so the elbow would be like here. This is like the rest of the arm, and then the arm would be like this. So this is kind of what's happening. Oopsie. Okay, hit that too small. And this is coming. This is just coming towards us. We don't really care about that. But yeah, so the relationship between the elbow and the forearm would probably be something similar to like this. Okay, this is messy over here. Don't ignore this part. This part isn't important. But like this is the forearm. And then, yeah, the elbow's here. So I'll do the elbow in like this green color, this greenish thing. Turquoise, I guess. And then I'll do like the bicep area in blue. So I guess this would kind of be how it works. And this is just me trying to simplify it in my mind to understand how it works. Who are you roaring at, Misty? Don't roar at me. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad it. If it helped, then it helped. You're welcome. I realize I'm not the type of person to say, "Oh no, maybe that's not it." I'm not the type of person to try to accept something. I think I should just accept thanks sometimes. You're welcome. My body instinctively. But why? I wonder why. You know, that's actually a good question. Sometimes I have to ask myself why. Trying to maintain the facade of like a selflessness. Trying to maintain an objective self-perception, maybe. If you accept thanks, you become a narcissist. Nah, not that. yeah, that is the post she's doing, Misty. If I accept thanks, then I become arrogant? Maybe. I don't know, something like that. Maybe it's something like that. Not like I truly believe it, but I think that there's something subconscious going on there. Okay, this is a low angle shot. I need to remember. So like the legs are going down there, but the legs are getting foreshortened away is what's happening. This is just terrible. By the way, this posture, this stance is crazy. Hand is over here. It doesn't really matter anymore. Yeah, I definitely have a problem trying to figure out. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there you go. I have a problem trying to figure out where, if I'm supposed to put my. Oh, she's very bendy. Yeah, I have a problem trying to figure out where to put the inside of the elbow and the outside of the elbow, like because some poses your arm rotates in a very. There's just poses where your arm is in a different like rotation than it normally would be in, and I struggle with that. So sometimes like I mess up the position of the elbow. I think that's where I struggle with. I just need to understand that more. So like there's still a bunch of things I need to learn. Like if drawing is like a skill tree in a video game, I've like unlocked the basic versions of a lot of things, but there's still like deeper levels and deeper skills to unlock, I suppose. I just need to go deeper. I need to go deeper. I must go deeper. Your phone died. I need to run back and put it in and plug it in. Well, welcome back again. You're still sleepy right now? Then you should go to sleep. Or so I say, but isn't it like 5 p.m. for you? Yes, 5:33. Yep. So, I guess sleep is not really an option. I mean, you could take a nap, but that will mess up the rest of your sleep schedule. So in the end, the only thing that you can do is suffer. Yeah, sometimes it very much is rough having to stay up even when you're tired. Especially when it's like pretty early in the day. It's like, yeah, how am I supposed to get through this? Honestly, at that point, I kind of just bite the bullet and go to sleep. I pulled an all-nighter last night, though. I'll be fine. Well, yeah. Even though these horns are the most basic that I've like drawn, they're pretty satisfying to draw for me. I don't know why.
I think it's better to have a basic knowledge on most things if you focus on just one. Then you're not so good artist talking about then you're a not so good artist talking about knowledge. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess it's not. I'm not saying like it was a bad thing. It's just like there's definitely more for me to go. Like a lot of the time, sometimes I get lost, like figuring out, okay, what's the next thing I need to learn, or I get lost in like all the broad subjects, just like in general, how to get better. But when I start thinking about in general, that's like when art becomes daunting. So it's just like sometimes I have to remind myself that it's not about the big thing, like what's the massive picture that I'm looking at. It's like no, there's like smaller things to work on until which will build up to the big picture of becoming better in general, which is just like yeah, like the position of the elbow and the inside of the elbow, that type of thing. It's a thing I need to learn, so I'll learn that eventually. I always wonder what I'm gonna do with this type of stuff. I've used jug of apple juice, so I'll power through. Well, good for you then. Good luck. By the way, her shoulder's supposed to end there, so yeah, like that. Just gonna bring in some shading like there. No, sugar is bad for you. Sugar may be bad for you, but maybe it'll keep you up throughout the. Maybe it'll keep you up long enough that you just will live. First of all, I'm not your dad. Second of all, I'm allergic to peanuts. Did I say that? No, you definitely know that. I think you're just making a joke on that. But everyone else, they don't know. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. It's a very tragic allergy, I know. I will simply die. And it's not even like the good type of. Wait. It's not even like the peaceful type of death. It's like the, oh no, I can't breathe anymore type of death. I'm allergic to shrimp, and you're allergic to peanuts. I think honestly, because I was allergic to peanuts for so long, peanuts actually just the smell of them is like it smells bad. Peanut, like anything that's peanut related, just smells bad. So it's not even like I would like to not be allergic to peanuts. I think I'm totally fine with being allergic to peanuts because peanuts just are not appetizing. I've been allergic for too long, but the smell is revolting. Which is kind of cool how that works, honestly. Like, the human body, or at least, no, that's not the human body. The mind, the brain, is kind of cool in that regard, that it can make something that other people find to smell good, smell bad, simply because it's actually toxic or dangerous to you. I think that's cool. I don't know why, but I always found that cool. Oh, I didn't know you were allergic to peanuts. I love peanuts. Yeah, I heard everyone likes peanut butter and jelly. Me though? No, only jelly for me. Only jelly, no peanuts. Hello, Estella. Welcome to the stream.
Love the art. Thank you. Thank you.
The taste of peanuts is really gross to me, so I don't eat anything afterwards that has peanut. So I don't eat anything that has peanuts, and if I do, I feel gross afterwards. Peanut butter and jelly isn't common on my country. We mostly eat pan de bonos, or oh god, I don't know how to say that one. Nope. Buñuelos? Yeah, something like that. I'm close. Buñuelos. Hold on, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get the pronunciation. I'm not gonna get it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Who do I think I am? I don't know. Curiously, Buñuelos. Nuela? Yeah, whatever. I give up. Are eaten on Xmas, and in Medellin they like to eat arepa. What's that? Bueno, because like buenos. Colombian. Bueno, no, no, because like buenos, but bueno. How do you spell? Because like it's not bueno, but it's ño, right? Is that accent? Does that accent make the ends go ñe? Is that ñe, or is that something else? I don't know. Buñuelos. Buñuelos. Yeah? Is it buñuelos or buñuelos? Or ñuelos? Is it ñuelos or just ñuelos? Whatever. Yeah? New. Oh, no, wait. New. Ñuelos. Buñuelos. Yep. I have no idea. I am not a. I bad. I am bad at the language. Look, I'm pretty bad, or not pretty bad, but I sometimes struggle with English, and it's my first language, so. Oh, exactly that. Ñuelos. Okay. Well, I got it. Yay! Let's go. At the very least, I know I can. Maybe at the very least, it's good to know that I can maybe fake knowing how to speak a language. If I get all the pronunciation right, maybe I almost sound like I know how to do it. Spanish is my first language, so I'm trying to find people who speak it so we can be friends. I've yet to find anyone. Come on, there are people in the Discord. Well, there was people. Well, you were in the Discord, and there were people who spoke some Spanish, right? Spanish. You know, I always wonder what's the difference between Latin and Pig Latin. I don't know if anyone here knows, but like, I always wonder like what is Pig Latin? You know, why is it called Pig Latin? Yeah, but they didn't speak Spanish with me, just English. Probably. Arepa is like tortilla. I don't know how to describe it. It's made of corn, and they also sell sweet arepa. I think I've heard of arepas. With different dough. They're called arepas de colo or choclo. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, I missed that. See, arepas de choclo. Arepas de yeah, choclo. Huh. Which is like which is it with chocolate, I assume. Oh wait, no. You're not saying no. The sweet arepas with a different dough, they're called that, but that doesn't mean that they're sweet. That doesn't mean that they're chocolate. They're just sweet.
sometimes I see like a connection between, or a similarity between like another language words and an English word. I'm like, yeah, no, it's definitely the same thing. But yeah, I think I don't know why. No, I definitely know why. That's stupid. It's stupid if I like don't know why. No, I know why. But like still. Arepas de choclo. Yeah, I've heard of arepas. Am I done? Am I done with? Oh wait, actually, am I done drawing? I think so. I think I've done all that I want to do on stream. That's for sure. As we are back, my cat is on the basement roof again. Now that's. Wait. What? Your cat is on the. Your cat is on the basement roof? Something about that doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna let that slide though, it's cool. In any case, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm done. Because yeah, I think this is the last drawing I want to do. You know, I always struggle with trying to make shorts sometimes. Or rather, nah, whatever. Yeah. It's no, whatever. It's Oklahoma. It happens all the time. Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming to the stream. My phone is gonna die, so I guess I'll just end it now instead of like waiting a little while. Thank you guys for coming. Rap Dog Singularities. Well, I'll just say Lily. Rap Dog Lily Estella. Serene Hermit. Schloth is here too, I think. Misty was here. Lee was here. Obviously Screen. Did I say Screen Hermit? I said Screen Hermit. Hugo was here. Schloth, Misty, Hugo. Zen was here. But yeah, anyways. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Diavola was here. Shira. Okay, yeah, but that's about it. Oh, Diavola. Yeah, anyways, yeah. Sorry. Goodbye, guys. Have a good